Are we on the internet? Am I allowed to say that? It's like a Talks Machina thing, isn't it?
I think you're live.
I think we're
The
live.
phone just said so.
I think are we live? Are we live? We good? Good?
Yeah, it's on.
Good. Alright, let's see. Back. Yep, that's good. That's good. What's going on, everybody? It's Rich from Bards in the basement. We are here in an actual basement. We're not lying today. This is great. This is no, down. We're in a basement today, and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. I know, the thing that made this channel famous.
That we only do once every couple of months.
It didn't really make us famous. It didn't really.
No, it's just how you base your whole...
It's originally what I wanted to do was play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for lots of people, but it's hard getting friends together when you're all adults and have kids, most of you, and stuff. So.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah. But that's okay. Hopefully there's not terrible reverb coming back. I just realized those two are still on.
All the microphones were on?
Only two of them. But today with us today. So Amanda's here. Hey, go up. Amanda's here. Amanda, who are you playing over there?
I'm a human paladin.
And your name?
Jean.
Jean.
Yeah.
Like Jean the book.
Like it's French.
Yeah. We have Paul over here. Paul, who are you playing today?
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Halfling ranger.
Halfling ranger. And Evelyn has a dog, and I have a graphic for a dog. I just didn't know where to put it. But it's there. Jaja?
Mm-hmm.
Jaja. Jaja. Okay.
So
Jaja.
fluffy.
Need to make note of how to say Jaja. Jaja.
Accent.
Are there any lines or accent marks on that?
It's
It's
XIA.
XIA.
Oh, that's why.
Okay. Then we have Dan. Daniel, how do you want to... Okay. That guy.
I'm playing a gnome rogue war mage wizard. His name is Brug Brimble Bren Brook Broadwin Breppenfield, or his friends call him BR.
Yep.
He said that to me, and I said,
Yep.
"Damn, can I make it the BR on the thing?" Yep.
That was a shoe, not her head.
Oh.
She's got a shoe. If anybody could
Another
grab
shoe.
her.
If anyone can grab her, we have a dog running around here. Just a little craziness. But hey, co-op. Hey, you're here. What's up? I'm sad that you're not here playing the game, but I'm glad you could make it in to like see and talk and stuff about the game. I'm so bad at talking to people on the internet. This is the worst.
This is bad because you do this almost daily.
This is like almost my job.
You should probably have this down.
You would think. Alright, well, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a little
Still?
bit of... What?
Still
the
got
shoe.
No, I think she grabbed the other one. Because there's another one over here on the chair.
You are so bad.
What is going on with this dog right
Stop it.
now? Ah!
Throw.
Things have went away. Things are...
Over here.
Well, what's going on? I'm the Dungeon Master. I'm Rich. I didn't introduce myself, but I did earlier, kind of. I'm Rich from Bards in the Basement, so yeah. I'm glad I got to see a bit before work. Yeah!
Oh, you gotta go to work? I'm sorry.
Yeah. But welcome to Bounty of the Crimson Reapers.
Fancy.
Right. You all are bounty hunter, kind of monster hunters. You know, you do a little bit of odds and ends jobs and stuff for people for an organization known as the Crimson Reapers. Relatively new organization, only been around for a couple decades. Not well established, but trying to make their way to being as such. You are all in the town of Balmoral when you get the call that you have been chosen, specially chosen for each of your unique skills by Elvian, the Mistress of the South.
Is my special skill having a very long name?
Yes.
Alright. They came to the right person then.
Yes. They said specifically we need people with the most ridiculous names. Or just that guy.
gonna say, I don't think Evelyn Widefield is such a strange name. A long name.
But you all meet up in the town of Balmoral in the Nestled Nook Inn. God, I can talk today. I know. Not one of my better names, but just go with me here. Where you meet up with Bayax. He is a black dragonborn. He is pretty high ranking in the Crimson Reapers. He wears tattered clothing with armbands around his left arm, and they are kind of slashed and torn. You can tell he has not changed them in decades. I wouldn't say decades. You guys it's only been around for decades. A couple years. Other than that, he doesn't wear a shirt. Wears kind of holy, nasty war torn pants. He does have a very large scar on the right side of his face. Looks like a couple claw marks. Yeah. Descriptions. Getting better. What? I'm allowed to embarrass myself on the internet. This is what we do 7-8 days a week.
There's no, yeah. Okay.
Times a week? Alright. Okay, so you all meet him at the inn. He's sitting at a table. You're slugging back some whiskey.
I sit at the table with him.
You sit at the table with him?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds like, thank you for coming.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you all for coming. And also, Geigen, he will be here soon. He's getting out of work right now. Literally, like right now. He should be here any minute. But he will also be with you guys. Thank y'all for coming. I hear that you all are the best in what you do. And what we got right now is a fair situation from that their mistress of the south.
I take it this guy's
He's
also
a-
from the south.
Yes.
Country Dragonborn.
It's a country dragon ball.
Yeah, okay.
Bayax.
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 Why
Big
do you,
head.
Bayax.
why do you never wash yourself?
That's offensive.
So is his smell.
Listen, a little bit down there from the swamplands. It's hard to get clean.
That's an
swamp
answer
water.
right there. Swampland.
You make money. You can buy new clothing.
You could just purify the water.
Takes another shot. You want the job or not?
What's the job?
Glad you asked. Mistress of the South, she has a trail, if you will, sort of this valley in between two mountain ranges, and they've been having problems there with some beasts, in particular one very large beast. Yeti and wolves and things aren't really uncommon in this place, but the thing that we're looking for is more of a giant.
A giant beast or a giant?
Literally.
Like a literal
giant.
giant.
Gotcha.
Now, you all know how this works. The mistress asks for a trophy to bring back. This time, this is personal. Giant took out some close personal friends of hers on the way up route one time. So, she wants the whole damn thing's head.
That's kind of heavy.
That is kind of heavy. But I assume a strong bunch like your lot can do it.
Could we get a cart?
Absolutely. I was just about to say that. We will be providing you with 2 horses and a cart.
Awesome.
And a map. Map to get down over there.
Okay.
She requires the entire head. Whatever this giant has accumulated along its reign of terror, you all get first dibs at. And on top of that, you'll receive the standard 50 gold apiece.
50 gold doesn't seem like a lot for a giant.
It's one monster.
Well,
One giant
we're
monster.
also getting first dibs on the horde.
Hopefully there's a good one.
It's true. From what I hear, it's been picking off caravans left and right. So. Do y'all accept?
Of course.
Yep.
Didn't ride all the way out here for nothing.
Excuse me. All right then. Horses should be out around the stable. Just tell John out there that Bayak sent you, and he'll get you squared away with that. And here is your map. John on beautiful graph paper.
Oh, pretty.
So like the land between the two mountain ranges is kind of somewhere in there.
Alright, so character real quick, Ricky.
Sure.
Would you allow me to switch my favorite enemy from beasts to humanoids? Considering we're going to be hunting a humanoid.
Giant
I've
giant
used
is a
humanoids
giant.
before.
Pretty sure it has its own
Classification?
classification.
Yeah, check the later on one.
But let me check something real quick.
Okay, yeah, giant's a great enemy. Never mind. Thank you.
I mean, we're still going to the wilderness, so
There's any
Beast
Yetis
will
and,
probably still
Yetis
be
and
useful.
wolves, he said too.
Yeti's
At
considered
least.
a monstrosity.
Oh my goodness. Sounds scary.
I mean, Yetis. Am I right? Yetis! Blue Yeti.
That's a green Yeti.
That.
Yeah, I get what you're
Okay. It is a green Yeti. I painted it that way.
Technically, it is still
You know,
blue Yeti. It's just painted
The
green.
nice thing is you can't even tell that it was repainted.
That's
It's really good.
You can if you get really close to it.
Oh, I
Really?
can't.
Don't get really close to it. You get up close and you're like, ew.
You're gonna take the whole thing apart.
Why'd you do? Yeah,
Crazy.
it was a process. It was a process.
Mhm.
It looked really good white. Like just that base coat white was amazing. I was like, ah, too bad all my shit isn't white. That would be really cool. But it's all green.
Everything's green.
So yeah, he estimates the trip up there will take about 2.5 days,
Gotcha.
depending on how fast you go. There's a couple towns en route if you wanted to stop somewhere and get supplies. This town you're in now doesn't have many places to stop and get anything. But let me grab that. I don't remember.
The dog is back.
I don't remember which town I wrote. For where? Oop.
Aren't my spells popping up? I just selected them all. Oh, there you are.
Oh, Holbeck. Holbeck is a pretty decent sized town with a lot of supplies you can stop in. And then the town, Ekron, and Moonbright are the two towns that the Mistress of the South is trying to reestablish trade between.
Angry.
Baby's awake.
I know. And angry.
So yeah. Well, what do you guys wish to do?
I wished all my spells saved, but they didn't. So
Oh no.
I don't know what happened. Selected them all.
I mean, I can get us food and water. It's not going to be a problem.
Yep.
So what else do you guys need?
I think I should be all set.
Yeah. Should be good. Worst comes to worst, we can hunt.
So do we want to try to stop at the closer town to the valley to try to see if we can pick up a trail?
Sure.
Seems like a good idea. Might even have some spottings.
Get more information on it.
Well, if we can find footprints or something, me and Jaja can track it.
I mean, it's got to be staying somewhere in that mountain if it keeps going through everybody that's over there.
Alright, which one was the closest one?
Going over to the right.
Esrin or Moonbright?
You guys are in the one like kind of in the middle.
The squared one?
Bilmoral.
Yeah. And the one above you is where you can get supplies. And the two on each side of the mountain range are the ones that they're trying to establish trade between.
Okay.
Why don't we go to Holbeck first and then go over to...
Yeah, it looks like at least they have it cleared so that we could get into the mountain pass. So if it's attacking in the pass, it's gonna end up showing up again in that kind of area at least.
So Holbeck first?
Holbeck it. Holbeck first.
Go get the horses and...
Yeah, and we need to get the
way.
horses first.
You go over and get the horses. Stable's like a block away. Little like human guy, kind of dweeby, little teenage kid. You know, you can tell he's definitely a stable hand. He's not, the guy in charge here. He's like, can I help you?
The question is, can we help you? Cause that hurt.
What?
Okay, guys, you.
We were sent here for John has some horses and a cart for us.
Huh?
John.
Oh, John.
John at
Oh,
the stables.
yeah, John was
Yeah.
the guy at the stables.
Yeah.
I forgot I said that part.
That's alright, I wrote it down.
He's like, oh, I'm John.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we were sent by Bay Axe.
With the cart.
Yes.
Okay, 2 of our fastest horses.
Great. Well, how do the horses look?
They look
They
strong.
look bad. Okay.
They look good.
It's good news.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need 3.
Well, we have a cart. Somebody can sit in the cart.
Well,
I have fine
yeah.
steed. I can have a horse too.
You guys can sit in the back of the cart. It's pretty big.
And then we'll just sit on the giant's head after we get it.
Giant?
Yes. You don't have to worry about it. It's fine.
Looks
Everything is-
very worried.
Everything is awesome.
Is everything cool when you're part of a team?
Absolutely. We're the best team.
I think he needs to be stabbed now.
He'll go and get your horses. He kind of struggles with them. Like when he's like getting them out.
Guess I'll
Here we go, yeah.
I'll walk over to the horses.
I'm going to take 10 minutes and make another horse, so then we'll have 3.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh,
So it won't be able to hook up to the cart.
That's fine.
But you can ride like next to the cart.
okay, so
That way if I need to scope out, I can separate and...
alright, what are the moods of these horses?
The moods?
Yeah, primal awareness. Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas to a beast as an action and read its basic mood and intent. So you learn its emotional state, whether it's been affected by magic of any sort, its short-term needs, and actions you can take to, if any, to persuade it to not attack. So what are the mood of these horses right now?
That's cool.
Get down. Bad dog.
Nova.
Okay, there's a brown and a black one. The brown one seems content, kind of bored. You know, just it doesn't really need anything. Doesn't have any, isn't hungry or anything. The black one's a little hungry, but seems well enough. They don't seem like they've been beat or abused or anything. You know, they seem just like regular workaday horses.
We should probably pick up some feed for them.
I'll go over there, Okay, grab some of the hay out of the stable and come back with it. Give it to the horse.
Eats it up. Seems better. You know, could use more, but you know.
I think that one's just always hungry.
He's a growing boy.
Mm-hmm.
There. And what does the horse you conjure look like? You conjure it? How does that work now?
I'm assuming that's what it is. It's fine steed. Technically I can have other things. Let's see. Warhorse, pony, camel, elk, or mastiff. Oh my gosh. Let's see. It has an intelligence of 6. Apparently we need to know that. And it understands one language of choice that I speak. Just keep it common.
Yeah, so yeah, you conjure it, so I'll say you can come up with what it looks like.
We'll say it's white with brown spots.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So she conjures this one. You look over to it. You can't get a read on this one. This thing is weird.
Does it seem intelligent at least?
Yeah.
More
pretty.
intelligent than the ones that I'm currently communicating with.
I don't have horse stats in front of me, but I'm assuming it is.
Well,
Like it's listening to her every command. It's kind of following with its head.
it's
Whenever she talks to it, it kind of like nods. Like, that's weird.
a bit unsettling, but okay.
Yeah, camera shot.
Intelligence is usually a
Yeah, 6 is basic human intelligence, I think.
2.
I thought 10 was basic on everything.
No, it's average.
Oh,
It's
10 is
average.
Average.
A normal riding horse is usually 2.
Yeah, 6.
War horse. See if that's any different. 2.
The highest you can affect the mind of with spells is 4 in an animal, and any higher than that you can't.
So they're probably gonna save, right? It's higher than that.
I don't know. I noticed there's a couple of ranger spells that if you use it on something with an intelligence of 4 or higher, it does nothing to it.
Oh. Weird. Oh god.
And if it's a mile away from me, I can still telepathically communicate with it. So that's
Why are we dropping
Cool.
frames?
send the horse out ahead of us if there's something funky going on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
It's the bad part about energy drinks.
Yes. Alright, let's turn all that off so I just have Twitch. Maybe I should just do Twitch on my phone.
Oh, because you're running it, you're watching it and
Yeah.
running the program.
Because I'm running at like 3,000 kilobits per second. Try not to kill the OBS here.
Can we buy some extra hay, like hay and stuff from him?
Yeah.
So we have. Some.
He'll provide it and just charge Bax.
Sweet.
There we go. I think it's better now. Alright. So you guys start heading out. You follow your map out of this small town, kind of a dirt path road out, and then a little bit into the plains. The path, it's not as worn down. It's not as traveled. There's grass growing over a lot of it, but you can still make out tire marks of a path. So if you continue on, you'll make it to that first city in about a day.
Which one are we going to? The north one, or are we going to the mountain one?
We're going to hold back first.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
hold back. Hold back. Alright. Anybody anything special on the way here? On the way in?
No. Just look around, be observant.
I'm gonna cast Find Familiar as a ritual.
Okay.
Give myself a Raven.
Ooh, we can send that out.
It's the all animal party here.
I know, this is so fun. Does Mark have any animals?
He's a druid.
Oh shit, I forgot he was a druid. Well, yeah.
You'd have to circle
He
the
could be a
circle
fucking
for fun
animal.
stuff.
He could be a fucking
Well, he
animal.
gets turned into animal.
He is an animal. There you go.
Ah.
Meow.
Where is he? So he gets out at 3:15.
I don't know. Maybe he got held back or something. The dog keeps freaking out because I keep thinking he's home, but.
Yeah. Alright, so, can I get everyone to make perception checks?
4.
It's good.
I'm doing great.
Solid.
Can I roll one for my horse?
18.
Not using that dice. 1.
4,
What?
1, 18. Okay.
Oh, thank you for paying attention.
So as you guys are going down the way, I assume like you guys be controlling the horses, at least one of you.
I guess I would be.
You start to notice Jean here, trying like veering off the path a bit. Just like you guys are going straight down the path, and she just starts like wandering, just kind of like daydreaming.
Hey, you're going the wrong way.
What? Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll catch up. Distraction.
Right, are you riding your wolf?
Wolfhound, yeah.
You're riding your wolf.
So you're the only one
Yeah.
on the cart right
Yeah.
now.
It's
Well,
got
you'll
saddle.
be with him on the cart. You'll both know. Unless he turned into a cheetah or some shit, he's just running. Who knows?
Alright, so you're on the cart, and after you pull her back, you go back and you focus on the road again, and you see a cart about a mile down the road, coming fast towards you guys.
There's a cart incoming. I'll point
Incoming
the general direction of
cart.
it.
Incoming cart,
Gotcha.
coming in fast.
I'd say we should pull
Does
over
it
a little to the
look like
side.
it's just barreling straight for us, or just
Barreling
down?
straight down the path.
Okay, so not
Okay.
at us.
Do you want to
I'll-
veer off a
I'll
little to
pull
the
the car
side?
off to the side of it.
Pull the cart off the side of the road. Anybody doing anything else?
Waiting for these.
People to pass us,
What's
probably.
it say? These very clearly not concerned with their people's welfare cart pullers.
Okay.
So
Do you think maybe they're robbing that cart? And that's
I'll-
why they're going so fast?
I'll stand on top of the dog and I'll flag him down.
Alright, you stand up, you start waving. Cart gets closer.
Are they slowing down at all? No.
Just starts to zoom right past you guys.
Bye, Felicia.
Alright, I got a 10 on perception.
Okay.
Who's driving this cart?
It was driven by a masked figure.
Oh, that's never good.
You could definitely tell it was bigger, kind of like the size of either like a half orc or a Goliath.
Mm.
It was definitely big and bulkier, and it was just hitting the reins as hard as it could.
Is he alone?
Driving the cart, yes, but in the back of the cart, you could definitely see white fur, kind of sticking out and over.
I mean, you're the one that
Shoot or
saw it.
don't shoot.
Should I follow? I can follow just on my horse. I'm gonna
Okay,
follow them
fast.
just a little bit behind.
You gonna follow a little bit
Yeah.
behind? Okay.
Just maybe like 30 feet behind them.
Okay.
Maybe further, 60 feet behind them. I don't want to get shot at.
Well, that's gonna be my job in a second.
Are you following too?
Yep.
Okay. This is gonna look terrible if we're both running up on it. What if it's just completely innocent? Alright, I'm gonna see if I can see what's in the back.
I guess I'll send my Raven and just.
Oh, that probably would have been the better
Go
option.
follow it.
Circle it.
Okay. Make a perception check for your Raven.
Ooh, I got a 7 for perception.
You got a 7 for perception. You see kind of white stuff hanging out the back, but you can't tell if it's like cloth or what.
Well, the suspicious part is this man's masked, and he didn't stop when we flagged him down. So
Right. How far are we away from the city right now? That we were just in?
You're a couple hours away.
21.
21. You see in the back, as your raven circles around, do you look through the raven's eyes? Is that
Yeah.
the thing? Okay, yeah.
I would imagine so.
So look through the raven's eyes, and you see kind of a burlap tarp thrown over this thing, but it's sliding off. And you see white fur, you see big horns, you see a whole lot of blood down the one side.
Oh, no. Kill the Yeti.
What kind of knowledge would I make to try and identify that? Nature?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
16.
16? It's like big, hairy, white horns. I mean, it definitely sounds like a Yeti. But he's come an awful long way from the mountains. Like, it would be weird that, you would take something this far away, since, it's still, like, almost 2-day journey from the mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's going
They're
from Holbeck back to where we're coming from? Where we came from?
Yep.
They're not like a rare commodity, the Yetis. Do they use them for anything?
Roll me a nature check.
I guess I'll
Oh
end.
my god. These are terrible. 7. Straight
7?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of fur on it.
Probably use it
Hair.
as a rug.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'll
gonna
drop
turn-
out of the raven side. I guess
I just
I'll
don't know why he would be
yell
rushing.
to them. I think it's a Yeti.
Okay. You guys are just kind of leaving his, but you hear, is that a Yeti? I think it's a Yeti.
Yeah.
You definitely hear Yeti, and
I'm just gonna turn back around
okay.
and mind my business.
What are you doing?
I'm just not sure why you'd be rushing with a freaking Yeti.
Had we heard anything about them putting on a contract with just Yetis?
They did not say anything specifically about just Yeti contracts.
Could I use my mercenary veteran background to see if I had heard anything about that? Like rumors or job postings?
I'd say retroactively in the city, you didn't hear anything. Once you get to Holbeck, you can check again.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we'll just make a note of the large mass figure with
Right.
Yeti on the
Can I
cart.
say it's either like an orc or like a Goliath or something?
No, it's definitely a larger race build. The dog's losing it.
Heading towards Dom.
I don't know. I'll call my raven back.
Dalmor. Alrighty.
Now, out of character, in terms of our mercenary company, do we have identifying colors?
Yes. Usually,
Probably crimson.
yeah. Usually, you wear a deep crimson red somewhere on your body.
Mm.
Well, they're not choose to have it publicly exposed. Is one thing, but if someone asks you if you're with the Reapers, you always have to show your colors.
Yeah, I don't think I personally, I don't think my character would have a reason to hide it. So, the Jaja probably has something on her as well to let people know that she's part of the group.
Gotcha.
What the hell is that?
It's a ball pit of fun.
Oh my god.
Kara just sent us a kid the picture of the kids with the balls.
Explains the dog freaking out.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't recognize or stop for the colors, so whatever he's doing, he doesn't care about us.
Right.
Or he assumes it's more important than stopping for the Crimson Reapers.
We could always check what the city he was coming from that way.
Oops.
Right. Holbeck it is.
Just keep swimming.
It won't let me say.
It's all like flatlands, right? You said.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't worry. As long as we travel for an hour, we difficult terrain won't slow the group.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Rain.
But just about around dusk, you pull into the small town of Holbeck.
Alright.
Are there a lot of people on the streets? Is everybody indoors?
The streets are relatively empty. A few people walking here and there with like baskets and stuff. There's a couple shops. There's a rather large inn kind of in the middle of the city, and then the rest of it seems really residential.
I could use a drink. How about you guys?
I mean, we haven't even really started our job yet. We should probably keep our heads clear.
I mean, there's no reason to be traveling at night. That's what the sleep's for.
Okay.
You don't have to drink anything. You could eat.
I think I'll do that.
I mean, the inn's probably got a bar in it.
Bounty postings.
And bounty post.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for that. If that's either on the way to the inn or in the inn.
Okay. On the way to the inn, there's a couple postings on a couple different places, mostly for extra farm help, extra hands for extra things to do there. There is a flyer to join the governor's private army. The best and the boldest only need apply. And then there's some various things about cleaning services and things, some like entrepreneurial leather like tanning and small tailoring jobs. There's somebody posting flyers everywhere for that. They're trying to get their name out there, but you don't see anything pertaining to any monster quarry.
Nothing about Yetis.
Alright, let's go talk to that innkeeper.
Yeah, go to the inn.
Yeah, you go to the inn. Inside the inn, it's pretty packed. I'd say about 3/4 of the tables in there are full. There's about 20 tables in here.
It's popping in here, you guys.
You can tell the work day just ended. Everybody's in here getting a drink. You see, whoa, the chair goes way down. You see a bunch of humans. There's a few dwarves and maybe an elf. You're not sure if it's elf or half elf.
Now, is the front desk human sized?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up in my saddle. Evening.
All right. Behind the counter, Will turn a human. He's a little bit older. I'd say middle-aged. Pretty nice clothes. Presentable. He turns around. He's like, "Hello there."
We're from the Reapers. We're heading to find that giant up in the pass. You heard anything around here?
Oh, I heard that something big was destroying a lot of caravans and things. But we're a little too far south for that. That doesn't necessarily, we're a small farming town. It's not really one of our concerns here.
What about
Yeah.
Yetis?
Yetis. Oh yes. Every once in a while, somebody out in the sticks out there will say they saw a Yeti when they got too close to the mountains. Rubbish, if you ask me. I don't believe they exist.
So they're rare.
Huh.
But it didn't seem rare to Bayax, right?
No.
He said they were up there.
Yeah. And wolves.
Yeah. What do you know about people in masks? And I'll describe the mask that the crazy person on the cart was wearing.
Okay. So the mask was just like it covered up like most of the face. You could kind of see eyes, but you couldn't make out direct facial features because how fast he was going. And it looked like he just had like a normal like cap on, like almost like a sailor cap. I don't reckon we've had many people in here like that. We did have a stranger come through yesterday. Didn't stay long. Big tall fella.
Sounds about right.
Kind of like your friend there, and he'll point over to Geegan, who's been relatively quiet this whole time.
Did they
Oh,
have their
the
own
lion.
cart?
Probably go on.
Yeah. I think he had his own cart. He came in, he got a drink, and he went over to the booth over there, took a little nap, and then he was gone. Will you be requiring a room?
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. Oh, excellent. I have a lot of papers. He's like, I haven't had a stay in a while. This is fun. This is fun. How many rooms would you like? 4?
Probably.
I'll stay outside.
You're going to stay outside. Okay.
3?
Yeah.
3. Okay, good. Okay, now they're a little pricey.
Well, yeah, you don't get many people in there.
I don't get many people in here.
I understand.
They're a gold a night, but it comes with a complimentary ale.
Great.
Just
Sounds
one,
good.
just not all.
I
Just
guess.
one, I understand.
I guess one wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, just one.
You could always give it to him if he wants to drink a little more. I don't remember how much money we started with. I don't have anything.
You start with your background
And then
plus the 150.
I used all of my gold to outfit my character, so.
oh, nice. Spiced it up a little bit. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about it. What is it with your background?
Yeah. The background were you?
Soldier.
I think you're at 10.
Yeah, I have a pouch of 10 gold coins.
Cool. That works.
So he'll take the gold, pour 3 ales, and it's kind of cool. He's got like the mug, like a slip of paper with the room number and then the key on it. He'll slide into each of you.
Fancy. Thank you.
No, thank you. This is
Really exciting.
saved my ass this month. I mean, the alcohol is one thing, but rooms, that's where it's at. That's where it's at.
Awesome. They're probably full of this.
You know, considering how busy this
I'm gonna go
place
check
is,
out the room first.
Okay, you go check out the room. It's simple. There's a bed. There's a small desk that has a couple drawers in it for clothing. But it's a small room. There is a window in the room, but other than that, it's very simple.
Cool.
Kind of slowly sip away.
Slowly.
For as busy as this place is, I find it hard to believe that man doesn't make money.
Right. His beer must be cheap.
Either that or
Does it taste
the
cheap?
patrons are cheap.
They definitely
Super
taste
cheap watered down beer. Cool.
It's definitely cheap beer.
We might have to get our
Very
the
cheap.
best stuff then. Alright, I'll go back down to the bar.
Now, I'm not actually sitting in a chair. I'm sitting on the back of the dog still.
Nobody seems to notice or
Like,
care.
I'm not sitting
Nobody cares
actually
about
on the
the dog.
saddle. The dog's
Apparently
just kind of
that's a
like
normal
laid
thing.
down, and I'm just sitting on top of the saddle at the table.
How big is this dog?
You know what a Tibetan Mastiff is?
Hmm.
It's a dog that's about person-sized. Stats-wise, though, Ricky, I did choose a wolf.
Wolf stats?
Because if you go with a Mastiff instead of a wolf, it actually drastically lowers your animal companion stats.
That's cool. So, yeah.
Cool.
There's a couple. I mean, it's getting pretty loud in here. People are kind of getting rowdy. The guy's running around. He's serving drinks as fast as he can, like a madman. It's just him working here. He's serving drinks. You can tell when he serves a drink, he grabs like 5 copper from everybody who's buying the drinks. Like he's selling these for nothing.
Oh my god.
Explains why he never makes money.
Right. If he's like, I don't know, is it like the only bar in the city?
It's the biggest one because that's the tavern.
Right.
You don't.
So he
I'd say
tries
you
to-
wouldn't know.
So
her.
he's pulling people from
He's
the other
trying
bars
to-
just to make a little bit of money. Just to scrape by. Why did you open it? I'm not even gonna talk to him. He's too busy. Why would you open an inn in a farmer's town? That doesn't make any sense.
Trade. You know, if we could ever get the pass open. Oh man. So how does the clock? I'll do this the proper way.
Question?
26 on perception. How does the crowd look?
They're getting drunk quick. Again, except for the dwarves. Everyone else is just getting
And there's
hammered.
watered down beer.
Yes.
They obviously buying a lot.
Or it's the only beer that they've had in a long time, so it's doing it for them.
So the dwarves are the most reasonable ones right now. Okay. You said there was a single half elf in here, right?
Yeah, you can't
Elf
tell
or
elf or half elf. It's kind of walking around, mingling with a couple different tables. Doesn't look very like he's not fancy dressed. He isn't dressed really well, but he's not dressed in farmer's clothes either.
I'll walk over to him.
Okay.
Hail, friend. I'm speaking in thieves' camp.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Well, to him it'll just sound like hail, friend, but there'll be another message. So if he doesn't recognize it, I know he's not a thief.
Hi there.
Sprinkling it in.
Seem very social.
Well, yeah, I know most of the town. I'm there. One of the fucking, I just lost the word. Just lost that word. Oh my god.
Seems you've been drinking a bit.
Yeah.
I wish I had an excuse.
Do I see her talking to him?
I'd say yeah at this point.
Seeing as I have that level in Rogue, I'm just gonna keep an eye out for people who seem to be recognizing her talking in Thieves' Camp, which
Yeah.
I think is movement based. I think it's like gesture based, or is it word based?
It's both.
It's gestures and
you speak in
little
a
words,
particular
and pauses.
sentence pattern, and there's another message like underneath it.
I think I got like an 8 for perception. 10 for perception.
Heard anything about giants or yetis in these parts?
I figured he is kind of like the town planner. He's like he kind of works in the town government, as little as one as there is. So if there's complaints and stuff, people go to him. I just can't think of his
Made
word.
a good choice.
Like arbiter. I can't think of the right word for that. But he's like rumors about yetis
Or giants.
or how much have you had to drink, my little friend here?
My face is completely still serious. So is that a no?
You're serious. Oh, I mean, some of the country bumpkins on the sticks there, they complain of Yeti every now and again, but you know, at the same time they marry their cousins, so.
Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of variety in this town. Might be why.
Well, not everyone is as dashing as you are, my love.
Kind of just. So where were these sightings?
Out further north, close to the base of the mountain. People way out in the farmland.
Is there anybody in here from that area?
Can I take a peek around? Nah. I mean, it's on foot. That's, a couple hours, from here. I doubt they'd come into town just for a drink. And you look around, and at the gestures and the movements, one person kind of perks up at the table, a table close by, but then just quickly kind of bows his head down.
I'll wait till she's done talking.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Welcome! Nice shirt!
Hey! Vox Machina.
Should've worn my D&D shirt.
I should have wore my Bards in the Basement shirt.
Oh wait, you did.
Oh wait, I did.
Woke up like this?
I think it's old.
Mark, I need you. Next to me. Camera.
Over on this side?
No, on that. Yeah,
You
stop your stuff.
can't.
That's why I was confused.
Now that you're down here, I'm going to keep her down here with you. Because she's just harassing me.
No. Be good. Get down.
Strange when country folk refer to me as dashing.
Darling.
They like the rough and tumble type. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna point over to the.
Nova.
Nova, cut it out.
No.
Doggy.
Hi.
I'm gonna point over to the guy I noticed earlier for her. I'm pretty sure he picked up some of the things you were saying.
So I'll saunter over to him.
Okay. He is kind of a shifty looking, really skinny human.
Nova.
Mm.
Come on.
Come here, Nova. Come here. Hey, good girl. Come on.
Doesn't exactly look like in farmer clothes, but definitely dirty. Kind of like grease smudges on the hands and up the arms and stuff. Kind
Nova.
of just looks shifty, and then when you come over, just like straightens up, grabs his ale, and just starts drinking.
Nonchalant. It's not gonna work.
Yoip.
You big baby.
Hail, friend.
Peace camp.
Mm.
And greetings to you.
Thief. This is the under message, by the way. This isn't what I'm actually saying out loud.
Okay, so the under message would be, and his would be, I do what I can.
You hear anything about giants or Yeti coming through these parts? Saw
Laugh at that.
a man pulling a cart with a Yeti in the back of it not so long ago. Said he was sitting in that booth over there, you know, indicate where the barkeep said he was sitting.
Some help facilitate passage through the town. Paid me a good coin for it.
Any idea what direction he came from?
Up the mountain, through the valley.
It's, we're heading up that way. Contracts for giants. I guess it's harassing caravans up that way. And, you know, more caravans, more stuff.
You have to go back up.
Jesus, that dog is freaking losing it.
She's social.
Rumor has it, somebody put a bounty on Yeti. Something about harvesting the blood. He'll also say that guy, you know, that guy had a crew of 4 with him. He was the only one who made it back.
Do I catch the harvesting blood part?
Mm-hmm. I say you're listening. 'Cause you know this. She's
Knowledge
going over.
nature again.
Okay.
21.
21. It's not unheard of for certain creatures to be harvested their blood. You haven't heard anything specifically about Yeti blood, but you know cold creatures that live in the cold often have some resistance, some sort of resistance in their blood. So you know, potions and things could easily be made.
All right.
You need to make up your mind.
She just wants freedom, freedom to choose.
Be barking then. Wait on her down here. There's people.
Alright, well, if I hear of anybody who meets some less obvious pastures, I'll send him in your direction.
Much obliged.
I'll tip my hood to him. Go back to the group.
Nova.
Kind of wave his hand, and that's when you see like an eye tattoo in on the palm. Very, very specifically makes that scene for a split second, then pops back down.
Alright, well, apparently that last person went up to hunt Yeti in the mountains.
Hey, Mark. How you doing,
What's
bud?
going on?
That was work.
Didn't do his work.
Work.
And out of a team of 4, he's the only one who made it out alive. So we should probably keep an eye out for that when we start getting closer to the mountains.
And that was just Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
there's something important.
Oh, he talked in Thieves' Cant to a guy in the bar who knew the Masked Rider.
Mm-hmm.
He helped him get safely through the city without anybody seeing the Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
He told him that he had a group of 4 other people with him, and he was the only one who made it out alive.
We're all right here. Either hang out with us or you have to go upstairs and stay up there.
A little bit too many nuts.
Would you like these instead? They're delicious, though.
There's no peanut butter, it's just straight up nuts.
Just straight nuts.
Straight up. In your mouth.
Wow, Amanda. You're so childish.
I don't think that's childish at all. Children are saying that.
I don't know. Kids from the Sandlot? Seems like something they'd say.
Maybe.
Mark, your character's name is Skagen, right?
What?
Giggity,
Giggity.
giggity, giggity.
Egan?
Geegan?
Keegan, yeah.
Geegan.
Geegan. Gee.
Trying to get that pronunciation earlier. I'm like, Mark's gonna be here. He's playing Gagan? Geegan? He's a Goliath.
Geegan the Goliath.
Well, our druid friend, you know anything about these parts?
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
So,
So
We
here's your
should
map.
also recap.
We started here. This is where we met with Bayax,
Yeah.
and he works for the Elven Mistress of the South.
And he's a smelly black dragonborn.
He's a dragon. Yeah.
He added
So
smelling.
he set us up
I
with
guess he was
John at the
dirty.
stables. We picked up 2 horses and a cart. I also have a horse. He has a dog.
Yeah, I'm a dog
He has a
rider.
raven familiar, so he can see through the raven's eyes, which is awesome. And we went here first. There was another cart coming really fast, going down towards Balmoral with a Yeti in the back. And we're talking to these people to see if they've ever seen any Yetis, and they're saying it's a myth, it doesn't exist. But when we talked to Bayax, he said that they've had a common Yeti problem, I guess. I don't know.
You're going up to the mountains to kill a giant.
A giant. The giant's been going in this pass here and like taking stuff from caravans and killing people and all that stuff, so that's where we're going. This is like a farmer's town where we can get supplies and stuff.
Oh, we're all part of the mercenary company, the Crimson Reapers as well.
So we work for them.
And we
well, that
know
part
each other.
I figured for him.
Do you guys at least know of each other if you haven't specifically done any missions together? Like, you guys have at least seen each other in passing?
And we at least know each other by reputation, I would think.
Yep.
'Cause we're the best of the best. Quote unquote.
According to Bayax.
Right to Bayax. And the mistress.
No, he just said the best for this job.
Best with your abilities.
So, can I do a nature check to see if I know anything about a possible Yeti here? And
Oh, yeah, sure.
8.
8. You've with an 8. You are from a chunk of this mountainous wilderness, not the place you're going now, but really close by. You know Yetis exist, and you're kind of flabbergasted that all these country folk think that it's a myth.
Wait, I mean, they don't travel. I imagine they just work and drink for all their days.
Well, I don't know what these folks are smoking, but I'd love to get some because Yetis are definitely real.
I know what they're smoking.
Well, at the very least, they drink cheap, watered down beer. So whatever it is, it must
Beer
not be
here is
that
very
good.
watered down.
Alright, speaking
We
of
had
which,
to pay
I'm
whole
gonna
gold for a cheap ass
I'm gonna
room.
finish my cheap watered down beer and
Okay.
go head up to bed.
Okay. You each paid a gold to stay here, but it came with a beer.
I haven't touched it. I do have a pipe that I'm smoking.
Okay.
What are you barking for?
Because she wants everyone to come down here.
I'm gonna move the table.
OMG.
Okay.
Alright, anywho.
It'll keep
Sleep.
barking.
I'm gonna go out and find a bit of a distant spot in the town to kind of lay down.
It doesn't take long. You can literally go about 200 feet away from like the closest building, and you have a nice quiet spot where
Yeah, nice ditch.
there's no traffic ever whatsoever.
Are there trees around here? Is it still?
A couple here and there. There's not a whole lot.
All right, I'll find the nearest tree and I'll lean against the trunk and I'll have Jaja just lay down and pay attention in front of me.
Okay.
I'd actually like a space that I can coordinate myself to the mountain.
Okay. You'd have to walk kind of the other side of town to get that. But once you go past that side of town, there's some empty spaces before you start getting into all the farmland. So you can definitely find somewhere in there to camp out.
How what's the condition of these rooms?
Very very small.
Very small.
Single bed, one desk / dresser.
That's fine. It's a pretty small town.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah.
Each room does have a window though.
Gonna make sure it locks. Does it not?
It doesn't have a locking mechanism on it. You could probably jam like a dagger or something in
All right,
between the.
I'll jam a
yeah.
dagger in there. Just make sure it stays shut. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. You all go to sleep.
Sleepsins.
Just let me know if you want me to roll perception for Jaja, by the way. She's gonna stay awake through the night.
That's a good question. I will say this night passes by uneventfully.
In my space, since I'm by myself, I do use my animal shape to turn into a brown bear in that field to rest there.
Aw. That's so cute.
It's all fun and games until somebody hunts a bear.
Ah!
Well, that's the beautiful thing about wild shape. If someone does try to hunt, I dechange.
Unless they
But
stab you while you're sleeping.
You change back, go, hey!
Pass it to Mark.
Past that.
That's not very polite.
You're a brown bear. Look at creepy Great Dane that is.
That's a little dog.
You get down. You get down.
What was I looking at?
Okay.
Just I always try to spend some of the day as an animal.
Okay. Cool. Alright, you all wake up right. Those of you who are sleeping outside wake up right at the crack of dawn as the sun is blinding to you in your relatively open spots.
It's like, ugh. Okay.
You wake up. Is Jaja a girl dog? Okay. She goes over. She squats.
Can't you tell by the name?
I mean, I don't want to be sexist.
He just wants to be clear.
What you sniffing for?
Well,
Did you poop?
She just went up when I got home, so.
Alright, when I get up then, I'll retrieve my dagger back from the window and head back downstairs.
Jean.
Funny when you say it.
Jean.
It's like John.
Jean.
Sean Valjean.
But it's spelled like Jean.
Jean-Luc Picard.
See a prisoner that gets away and makes a life for himself. And
No. That's not how any of this works.
I was thinking like Jean of Arc.
Joan?
Yeah, but I was
Ruby.
throwing the name in
With Ruby, the man version, but you don't get that story if he's a man because that's just another dude.
I guess when I go downstairs, I don't see either of these two in there yet, I'm guessing.
I mean, we would have probably woken up way before you did.
Yeah,
Did you
I would
at
say
the
wait.
tavern?
I'd say about 20 minutes before you guys did.
Yeah, we got up and
Yeah, I would have sauntered back.
because we got
in.
the
Oh,
sun
okay.
right on us.
I'll just light a candle and say a prayer before I go downstairs and order breakfast.
Whoa, whoa! What just happened?
What happened? What's wrong?
Did someone just donate like a gajillion
Wait.
bits?
Did he
I don't
really?
see anything.
Oh,
My chat isn't up to date though.
What is going? Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Hold up, wait a
I might
minute,
have-
put a little love.
I
in it.
couldn't even go in and see it now anyway, so.
Andrew's chat.
Like I have it open, but like when I click on it,
What's
the
his
chat is
permission
new. So I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't see anybody in the chat right now in my phone.
No, there were 6 viewers at one point. Oh, it says we have 7 viewers.
Oh my god, my phone has been not working at all.
Well, keep in mind a couple of those views.
A
Damn,
lot of
it's
these
actually
look
us.
like bots, and then we have mine open and yours open.
Calm me down.
I
What
don't-
just?
I have no idea, but they just did biddies because they have a little 1 badge.
Somebody just cheered 10,000 bits.
Well, thank you.
Nice.
What's up
That's
with that?
awesome.
Racty _ 7.
So,
I happened. He just said well, I had, or she. Excuse
I
me.
happened.
You
That's
happened.
gonna be crazy reverb.
Don't turn it down.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for the
So,
biddies.
I
We
might have,
appreciate it.
I might have pimped our channel into my friend's stream with his permission.
What?
I might have pimped this stream into my friend's stream with his permission. So
Oh,
we got a little bump. Thanks, Racty.
Al.
You can't kick me out of this chat though. Sorry.
What happened? Do you know this Racty?
Yes.
Oh.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
What?
Alpha Q2 is also in
Is he
here.
trying to kick you out of this chat?
So confused.
No, but that's what he did when I joined Andrews the other day.
What?
Yeah,
That is
we're the only 2
craziness.
moderators, so we kick the
pretty good.
people.
He donated money to get me out of the chat.
Oh, so the other people kicked you out?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Why?
I'm sorry if I missed
That's
anybody's
good.
chats in here, by the way.
Nothing
Apparently my
working,
phone was
apparently.
just like acting crazy.
Let's
But that is,
see.
thank you so much for the biddies. That is. Oh man.
Yes, he has food, no, but it's okay.
I'm gonna turn the phone off and go back to the PC.
But it
No
was running
big deal.
slow with the PC.
Listen, I can't miss things.
Gotta be on top of that.
Gotta be on top of this.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have much of a signal down here, so I
I
can't
know
really
that.
catch anything myself.
Holy crap! There's like 8 people in here right now.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Okay,
Well,
we need to
a
move
few
on.
of them are actually us, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So moving on.
What happened was, we're
What?
awake. I'm going to get some breakfast downstairs. If they have a kitchen,
Okay.
I sure hope so.
They do have a kitchen. They have basic stuff: eggs, breads, fruit. You could probably get a little bit of meat if you pay a little bit extra. Again, this guy's very cheap.
Gonna
It's probably gross rotted meat.
use my
We're just gonna go
wander
with eggs.
feature to just find enough food for me and the dog.
Oh yeah, he's still out
Okay.
there.
Roll me a nature check, survival check.
Survival of the fittest. You want pressure? No.
Nat 20.
Say nat 20?
20.
Is that your second nat 20 so
all of
far?
them. Yes.
Yeah.
You go out and you immediately find a rabbit to kill. Just
You hear that?
big
My wife could be dubstepping for all I know.
There's a baby.
Oh, she hated dubstep.
Who knows?
She just dubstepped all over
We'll
my baby.
strike again with the bits if I must. Don't do that. Don't.
So,
you don't need to do that.
As I enter the establishment, I'm going to cast Good Berry.
Good
berry?
berry.
Okay.
How many berries you get?
That forms 10 berries,
10 berries.
and I'm just gonna pop in my little satchel.
Alright, you have 10 berries that are good. I mean, they're at least
Delicious.
okay.
No, they're really good. They'll give me all the nourishment I need for an entire day.
Bard number 6?
I'm Bard number 6.
Apparently, I don't know why.
Bard number 6.
Maybe it's the positioning. Wait, there's only 5 minutes though.
He's the first bard.
I'm still confused on
The
why I'm
number
Bard
one
number
bard.
6. Am I the
Fine.
6th Bard? Bard, you know?
Maybe. Alright. Food. Eating eggs.
I'm gonna grab some food and head out to the cart.
Okay. Guys, head out to the cart. Everybody meeting up?
Yeah.
Are
Alright.
we ready to travel?
And we're gonna go down.
Gonna have Joshua jump in the cart so she can sleep.
We're going west.
West?
We're going west from here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going
West.
west, Patrick. We are going west.
Okay. Awesome.
Go.
It's that way, guys.
It's
We still have a couple of
Little
days
Easton,
journey
the
before we get
best
to
way
the
to
mountain,
go?
right?
My intelligence is a 10. Oh, 11.
Danny Phantom is Bard number 18.
I got no idea.
Danny Phantom? What?
For context,
Okay.
or for CNO text.
Is that like?
Let's talk about it later.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I get distracted with Twitch chat as well. Everybody, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us, though. Wow, I mean, this is great. This is crazy. You know, I like having people in here. It's fun. All right, so you guys start heading west.
Yeah, west.
You're heading
Gonna
west.
keep saying that.
Can I get everybody rolling a perception check?
Oh, I also have my horse again. 16.
17.
17,
18.
16, 17, 18.
Wow.
Come on, get a 19.
I would love to, but I got a 12.
That's close.
Aw.
That's
You could
alright.
get sponsored by Warframe. I don't know what that means.
He's just throwing
Words out here that I don't know.
Words
Apparently these guys know what it is. They start cracking
No,
up.
I know, I got no
No?
idea what
Okay.
he's saying.
Alright.
Let's go. Okay. So on the way down the cart, you start heading west.
West.
West. Sorry, don't do that to me.
Alright.
You start heading west, and it starts getting colder. Not dramatically, but a little bit colder. It was already like 60s when you were over there, but it starts getting a little bit chillier, and you start to see mountains in the distance. You know that you're about a day away from the foot of the mountains here in this valley.
Cool. It's cold, right?
It's getting colder.
Probably should have got a warmer cloak or something.
Well, I mean,
You have the divine fire burning inside you.
Should've
Yeah, but
got
we still got one
something.
more settlement.
The
Alpha.
backseat ninja. Thank you for the follow.
They should have some there, like you
Yeah,
next to the
you're welcome.
mountains, right?
It's you.
Backseat
You just followed the
ninja?
channel?
Just now.
Just now.
I'm really
Just now.
disappointed. Fail.
How long have we been playing D&D for?
2 times.
2 times
Well, thank
on stream.
you. I mean, you were one of the first YouTube subscribers, though, so that's. I guess I gotta give it to you.
One and done.
All right.
So do we see anything on our way into the next settlement?
No, not really. It just the path starts to get a little harsher. It starts to get a little bit colder.
Someone else is here. It was a busy house today.
It was a busy house today.
It's a rough run.
And I'd say you guys are making pretty good time. By nightfall the next night, you make it to the next city.
With nothing exciting on the way?
Nothing exciting on the way. Sorry.
Wow. I'm
No,
shocked.
all the excitement's in the mountains.
Just say with Yeti running around, I don't think there's too many people that want to be on the roads. Or the
We could have ran into Yetis. I mean, no, we're not that close.
rumors of
Still.
smashed caravans, probably keeping people clear pretty close to home.
Right, everybody's intimidated by
Dogs
the
losing.
giants. Alright, so we are in.
Well, guess I die now. You get advantage for infinity because of those bits.
Infinity. Lovely.
You get 10,000 advantage rolls.
Nah, still unlimited.
Chances are you'd never get through 10,000 anyways.
No, it'll take a long time.
Yeah,
Wait,
so what
so you make it to that town. It's a pretty big town at the bottom of the mountain. It's got several inns. It's got. Off I go. The dice spoke. See you all later.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank
See
you
you,
so
Rexy.
much.
Appreciate it.
To the
Biddies.
freaking awesome.
It's a good time.
Yeah, the camera doesn't work right now, so I can't even.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to work. It's not working with the OBS.
He has to like close one.
I can
so
get
he
the
can
laptop and I can get those two cameras going. Or I can get the laptop and I can get
okay.
those two cameras going. I can't get these two to go with each
So
other.
if we ever want to look at map, we have to cut somebody's face. One side of us
Or
will
we
be
just try to
gone.
pull it up.
Yeah, I don't know how well it'd probably
Okay.
wouldn't focus it very well.
Can,
gonna say-
can you guys see this right here?
Or I can
That-
move
that's an
the
idea.
laptop that way and focus on that instead. So, but then again, everything's plugged into the laptop. Maybe it's a bad idea.
Don't move the laptop. That's a bad idea.
You can just put
You,
the map
you
in
just
front
looked a
of
little spazzy there.
I look spazzy all the time. That's what I do. I'm a DM.
No, your wife.
She's gone.
Anyways, all right. So you head to this town. It's relatively quiet. A little bit more hustle bustle than the last town. You can tell. People are a little more panicked in the streets. You know, they're rushing back and forth between places. Nobody stays outside on the roads for long. They go in, and as you're walking down one of the roads of the city, you see a woman carrying her child, who's too big to she should be carrying her. Runs into the door, slams the door. You hear a bar.
Damn.
The bar slams shut down the other side of the door.
They are scared of something.
Well, we are four strangers.
What time of night is it?
What?
It's like the sun just went down.
Okay.
We're a bunch of strangers coming out in the middle, basically
But I
nowhere
don't-
at
Yeah,
night.
did that
It
seem like they were reacting to us, or
No.
they were already in
They were.
progress?
Everybody's already running back
Maybe
and
it's
forth.
like
Can
a
I go to
curfew.
the door that she just closed?
What if there's a curfew?
Can you what?
Can I go to the door that
Yeah.
just got closed and
That's just weird.
You hear a,
do you-
what?
Oh my god.
excuse me, ma'am?
What do you want?
Oh,
Just pondering the existential crisis that you all seem to be having right now.
The Yetis.
What about them?
They've been attacking everyone. The whole town's on lockdown. Not lockdown, but the whole town is preparing for the worst.
do they come into
do they
the
come
city?
at night or during the day or?
Both. Everyone's
Okay.
been on high alert the last few days.
You just all seem rather panicked at this particular moment. So are we expecting them now?
Can't really see that well at night, so we have better chances during the day.
Okay.
They're not all elves with dark vision.
I suggest you find somewhere to bunker down.
Well, thank you.
Okay, leave.
Bye.
Okay. Smoke some herbs.
Oh my
I'm
god.
that kind of druid.
Okay.
It's like really one with nature, right?
Yeah.
Word.
What? Let's just say that pipe ain't filled with wacky tobacco.
So is there action open, like in then even or no?
Yeah, you snoop around a little bit and you find one. It's not quite as large as the one in the last city, but it's definitely nicer. Like you walk in, the tables just are like none of them are cracked or broken. They all look really new. There's only a couple people in the bar. Again, mostly human. You ran just a lot of human here, except the guy behind the counter is a dwarf. And the bar is like human size, but he must have like a step or something on the back side of it, because you go from just seeing the top of his head to he's up like normal bartender height.
In Dwarvish, I say, hello, friend.
And then in Dwarvish, he'll say back, well, you're mighty tall.
I could be shorter if you needed me to be.
Does it work like that? Wait a minute. Can you? And he'll bust out a dwarf and just go straight to him. Can you change your height at will?
I think he was
When I need to.
Fascinating. Fascinating. A drink on me, sir. I'd love to see that trick sometime.
I'd love to show it to you. But right now, me and my companions are looking for some rooms for the night.
Rooms for the night. Well, that I can do. Not a lot of people are here right now, given the old Yeti situation.
Yeah, we heard there's a little thing going on, and we coincidentally that's sort of what started to draw us over here. So perhaps we'll be helping you with that situation.
Well, that would be great, because I need more people to come into my bar.
I find it strange how afraid of the Yetis you guys are, but then over in Holbeck, they don't even seem to think they exist.
Simple folk in Holbeck. Not a care in the world except the crops.
So when did the Yetis start coming?
Yeti started breaking into town about a week ago.
Have you noticed any other changes other than the Yetis that would cause them to leave the mountains?
People send caravans, supplies and things through the mountains. Don't come back.
Gotcha.
Us ourselves, we're missing a shipment of ore
So they,
from the Northlands.
they don't know about
So are they just attacking, or do they seem to have some kind of purpose?
Mostly blind rage, just coming through. About a block down the way, there's a building got the worst of it so far. Kind of sucks. One of my mates died.
Have a lot of people vacated?
A few. They were heading towards. What's the south town there?
Torn? Torn? Torn's right
Torn.
over it.
Yep. They're heading towards Torn. Straight south. There's a path. And all the people heading to Hollowback. Not Hollerback.
But still, nobody knew
No,
that they were
but,
Yetis.
I told you, simple folk.
They just don't believe
They
it.
won't believe unless they see it.
Gotcha.
And Yetis wouldn't go that far south. A little too warm for them.
East.
It's also a little bit south. My map isn't on the scale, okay?
Okay.
Told you
got
it's
it.
getting colder.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna go back out
I'm gonna order some dinner.
of the tavern.
I like food.
Okay. What would you like? We've got lamb, deer, wolf.
I'll give
Lamb
them
would
each.
be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll give them each a berry.
You're gonna give everybody a berry? Okay.
What kind of berries are these?
They're alright.
They're great berries. They'll make you feel full.
They'll make you feel full, but I like lamb.
You can still eat the lamb. It just gives you all the nourishment you need for the day.
Lamb chop sing along.
So you can still have lamb.
How long do they stay good for?
Tomorrow morning they're gonna be not good.
Aw,
So
sad face.
it just says the nourishment for the day. It doesn't say it fills your belly and
Gotcha.
forever and ever.
Just sure, I'll eat it.
It's like taking a multivitamin. and it would
100%
give you
vitamin C.
and it would give you 1 HP if you did.
No,
Dog.
Capri Suns.
No more?
I didn't bring any.
There's some over here.
I was like, I didn't bring any Capri Suns.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
It's like magic.
It's like a bartender
I
just
didn't
sitting
actually
there,
look at the whole table. I just
and the
was
glass
like,
starts cleaning itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up
As he walks away.
How's it
No,
going?
that doesn't
That's a
happen.
good trick.
Mommy,
That,
how's it
does,
going?
that doesn't happen here.
It's great. How are you?
It's an inside joke. Sorry, everybody. It's going. We're going.
Who left
We
the
got-
ball pit?
I know. I saw a picture.
I saw a picture. Somebody dropped like 10,000 bits.
What?
Bits.
Somebody dropped like 10,000 bits. I'm freaking out a little bit
It's
still.
what?
bits.
Bitties.
They're like money.
She doesn't know what bits are.
How do you not
I've
know what bits
explained
are?
this like 7
We've
times
talked
already.
to her a lot about streaming.
That was craziness.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
You gonna bring one up for your sister or not? Because she doesn't want to come down here because of the crazy dog.
Crazy dog.
Yeah, that's a crazy dog right there.
Hey,
Oh,
you
she's
crazy
going through
dog.
puppy stages.
I'm gonna go up and get a room for the night then.
Remember for the night? Okay. Oh gosh, 2 silver.
A silver. Wow, that's
2
cheap.
silver.
Wow, that's cheap.
I'm gonna try and get a room where it has a window facing out into the street, towards the.
Easy.
That's a
Easy.
good idea.
Most of the rooms are
Horizontal.
empty.
Go back out into the street.
I'll give the dwarf just a gold piece. As thank you for the drinks then. Or a room.
Okay, awesome. You also get a room. You're gonna go out on the street?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the house that it said was pretty badly damaged in the attack.
I'll go with him.
So you guys go investigate this house, and just very clearly walking up to it, you see that a big chunk of the house was just like bashed in several times with something large.
These things are strong.
There's like blood splatter all over the kitchen area. The body was removed, but a lot of the house is just in shambles. Like anything wooden is just destroyed. A lot of the stone is just missing. Well, not missing, but collapsed in. And it is one of the more outer houses of the city proper here.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's anything fun that might be useful?
No.
Sure.
I'm gonna go join them after I get my room.
Okay.
It's an 11.
Turn to Josh and I was like, alright girl, sniff me out something different. It's 16 on her perception for smell.
She starts smelling around, sniffing around. She goes through. She like tries to squeeze under a like toppled piece of wall. Can't get there, but then she starts barking at it.
Okay. Well,
Can I go over and try to move the wall?
Give me a strength check.
13, and because I'm a Goliath, I do move things as if I was a large creature.
Okay. Yep. Oh, you lift up the wall. She kind of slips under there more. If you follow her in, you kind of jump in. You reach in with your hand. You pull something out. You grab it. And it's like this big tuft of like fur that got like impaled off somehow.
well, we can follow him now.
We got Yeti sense. Woohoo!
It's the same.
Dude. Can I identify that it is in fact Yeti?
Yeah, you all. I was seeing this. You definitely know, and it matches the stuff that you 3 saw in the back of the truck. Definitely looks like Yeti fur. Your investigation of fun things in the house. Most of the gold and jewelry and things like that have been taken already. You'd assume as payment for any kind of funeral expense, burial, maybe to rebuild the house if somebody else wanted to buy it. You do see a pretty nice set of playing cards in one of the desk drawers that they left there. And there is a couple small daggers. They're not fancy by any means, but it's really the only thing left in the house worth taking.
I'll take the playing cards.
Okay.
Never know when you just want to play game cards.
I have a deck too.
I found what I was looking for, so.
Before I head back in, I guess towards like where the road starts for the actual town, I'm gonna set an alarm spell in a 20-foot cube and just designate it so that if anything non-humanoid walks through it, it pings me.
How far away can
What's
you
the
be
range
for that
for
to
that?
ping? You're doing it at the house or in the hotel? Sorry.
Like at the start, like at the road between like the end of the town and the beginning of the mountains.
So if anything walks
So
through.
like up north here.
If I'm within 1 mile.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Oh, the inn is a mile and a half away? No.
Then we need a different inn, bruh.
The inn is 1.135 miles away.
We sleep on the ground.
No,
I
it's
might not to scale map.
you have plenty of room for it. So you have this area right in between town and trail to get up the mountain. Awesome.
And then I'll head back to the inn.
Okay, you head back to the inn.
We do.
Anybody else do anything tonight?
Can I ask the innkeeper if he knows the closest clothing shop and what time they open?
Closest clothing shop. That'd be Tiffany's Tailors.
Awesome.
They're down the road. I love alliteration. So good. That's me, not him. That'd be Tiffany's Tailors. Should open first thing at dawn.
Awesome.
A lot of shops around here usually do. If she stays open, that is. I mean, you know, with the attacks and everything, some people
Right.
are fleeing. You got to make sure, but I don't think she was one of the ones that left.
Awesome.
A lot of business owners didn't leave, but normal folk did. Anybody else?
A little. I'm gonna go outside of town on the opposite side from the mountains and find a spot. Do the same thing. I'll like lean against a tree and I'll have Jaja keep watch for the night.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything else?
Oh, right. Before I go to bed, I'm going to set my raven on top of the inn roof and just have it watch during the night.
Okay. Sweet.
Excuse me.
Russ?
I go to sleep.
Are there any flowers around?
Flowers? I'd say maybe there's some in like a nearby window. None growing like naturally in the ground. It's a little too cold, but some of the local people have tried to grow their own.
So, like right outside the inn,
Mhm.
is there like a dirt patch where there could have been like relatively near to the inn?
Like a dirt patch in front of the inn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like cobblestone or anything here. It's mostly a dirt.
Okay. So I'm going to use mold earth.
Okay.
And in druidic, I'm going to put safety in the dirt as a symbol.
Okay. Awesome.
It's a cantrip. I can do whatever.
Just
Sure.
do it. Why not? Just because you can, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to make it bright pink, just because that's part of the effect.
Okay.
I can make it a
So
color.
it's having this like pretty swirling of flowers that none of the rest of you can. Well, you'll get to that later. But none of the rest of you can really figure out what it means. Sweet.
That's really
So
pretty.
can I get perception checks from your raven and your dog?
These hearing and or smell based.
Yeah.
5.
That raven fell asleep.
Yeah.
He got tired. Or just looking the wrong way. at the wrong
22.
time.
22. All right.
She rolled a 18.
Jeez.
Jaja perks her ears up. You hear the slightest growl. Then she comes over and starts licking your face. BR, you hear the tingling in the back of your mind.
Alright. I wake up.
You wake up, you snap over to your bird's perception, you don't see anything. You don't see anything, but your alarm spell is definitely going off in your head.
Alright. I'll switch back over to my raven and I'll fly towards where I put the alarm spell on. And
Okay.
look around.
Give me an additional perception check.
18.
18? You see white fur go running by.
Alright. I'm gonna get out. Knock on her door. Are you outside or in tavern?
I'm in.
Alright. I'm knocking on both of your doors. And tell you that there's Yetis.
Already
I'll come
inside.
out really quickly. Wow, what's going on? Huh?
Yetis.
Yetis, where?
In town. My alarm got set off.
Alright, let's go outside and find. What's your name again?
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Okay. Your dog is getting you awake. You jump up, ready to go. On
Climb
the other
inside
side of town, you see, looking down the street, like empty street, dead of night. You see tufts of firs zipping by between building to building.
You're freaking fast.
Can I?
He's gonna
Let
bolt
me-
down the stairs.
Hang on.
Second.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna roll stealth for both of us.
can I turn into a brown bear again?
Yeah.
And then I'd like to do a perception check by trying to smell where the Yetis are.
Alright, I rolled a 19 for stealth, and unfortunately, Jaja only rolled an 8.
Okay. So you kind of like go against the sides of the buildings, staying to the shadows. Jaja's just kind of trying to follow close by, but every time you like round a corner, she's just kind of poking out a little bit too far. You like yank her back.
She goes back.
And I rolled a total 20.
A 20 for your perception check.
Yes.
Okay. Definitely towards the end of town, where that dilapidated building was, there's something moving back and forth. You can smell it. You can hear it. As faint as it is, it's just
I'm just gonna dash that way.
dash that way. Okay.
How fast does a bear move?
40 feet. So,
So you're
including
running
dash ahead, that's 80. Yep.
Yeah. I'll dash too. I'll go 60, so I'm a little bit behind you. Fluffy bear.
Okay. And we're gonna roll initiative there.
Oh. 5.
That was cocked. Sorry.
Do it
That's where it
again.
was. 11.
And what'd you get?
4.
4.
14, I'm rolling. And Jaja rolled a 3.
Yeah, 7. It's 17. Sorry.
17. Okay. Cool. All right, I will set up the battle map. Unfortunately, this camera is not working right now. I can't get it to load. I either lose, half the party, or we have a battle map camera. So unfortunately, we are going to do a little bit of theater of the mind for this. I hope nobody cares that much. I'm going to try to be as descriptive as I can with these, but I'm going to knock over half the shit over here and then draw a battle map.
Yay!
If anybody needs a potty break, now would be the time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Alright. Snacks. Do you need a marker?
Yeah.
I'm
Do you have any markers?
Some Xbox.
'Cause
You got an Xbox?
I don't have any of my Xbox.
Why not?
Sorry, I'm just trying to think about where I put them.
So all good.
Yeah, I don't have any in here. I mean, we have new ones at home I can bring next time, but
You
Don't
care?
worry about it.
Sorry, I'll hold up the map for you.
I care. I'm so angry. Well, we can hold up the map if you want to, but then
Not
the
when there's
players want on it.
characters on it, unless
That'd
we
be
put
weird.
X's. This is you. This is me. And we're just constantly erasing and drawing more X's. You could always point the camera down, but then you're gonna miss
and,
some people.
There you go.
Cool.
Oh, you got so many.
So many markers. Markers. All right, let's go. Woo. 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 Try not to just tell your
Just
stuff.
a big old bear.
We know you're joking. It's okay. We're joking too. I'm not gonna lift up the map now.
We don't joke. We think this is comedy.
We're gonna do our own 3D maps. Our map's gonna be in 3 dimensions.
This is this building. This is the other building. This is me. This is a floating weapon. Alright.
I climb up the one building and I just let out a
Parkour.
mighty bear.
Parkour and flip to the street, land on a Yeti, stab it in the face, and then it dies. Done. Sad.
Come on, guys, it's not that hard. Why'd y'all be worried about a Yeti?
Come on. Why did those 3 guys die? Trying to kill that Yeti.
terrible rolls out now.
Ninja parkour.
Ninja
Yes.
parkour.
Except I'm not a ninja, I'm a paladin, so that really won't work.
So, one of my world famous maps right here. This is good, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah. Buildings.
Man,
This
I
is the
just
path
wanted
that
to
it's on.
moralize that.
Alright. So this is the path out of town. This is the dilapidated building here.
That's the one we just checked out.
Yep.
The one all cracked.
And then you
jacked.
guys are on the other side of the map heading down this way. I would say that...
Not well. A paladin would not do parkour well.
I would say that Evelyn and Yaya, or Jaja, I can say that, are about to this building while the rest of you are back that way.
We need
Even
minis.
going
There's
80
the
feet?
mini.
Even though going 80 feet is a bear.
Yep, because you're a little bit further back.
It's like
And since she got
she was
the
coming
high
from the
perception
other
check, they
way.
started going before you guys got out of the building. So, Mark, I picked Hercules for you.
Fantastic.
Oh, the plate armor. I know. I was joking. I know. The shield just goes.
So you'll be a little bit
Everywhere.
further up.
Can't parkour.
Parkour.
Can't parkour.
I'll stop for just 1 second.
Are you a seal?
Shut up. Awesome.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm a giant bear, but I'm also Hercules.
Aw.
Hercules! Alright. And?
Oh, I gotta fight Bulbasaur? Man. I can't fight Bulbasaur.
Really?
My jam.
You're using Pokemon?
Yes, I am.
He's using starters. He's not even using the fully evolved form.
They can't
He's
see
using
any
starters.
Of it. They can't see anything.
Can't see any of this. I am so sorry. Guys, we are using Pokemon.
You should just switch it real quick for a second, just to show them.
All
I can't. I have to completely close out of OBS and then go back in.
Oh, so much work.
all
Sorry,
all
you can't
Pokemon and Marvel characters are trademarked by their respective companies. We do not own and do not seek to
Hashtag
make profit.
not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Yep.
Hashtag not sponsored unless Marvel or Pokemon you want to sponsor.
Then we'll
Game
take all the
freaks.
minis you want to give us.
Dude, I would just get a sponsor for minis. Like,
Come
I
on,
don't even
Game
want
Freak.
money. Just give me the free minis. You know how expensive minis are?
We know we're not playing Pokemon the RPG, but
We have it though. We could,
I started making one.
and then we just downloaded a different one.
You say Dan and I have 2 different versions of Pokemon RPG.
The
Yeah.
Pokemon Tabletop United and the Pokemon... The other one?
The better version?
Sure. They follow like 4th edition kind of like rules, like D&D 4th edition. Kind of weird, but I started making one more like 5th edition. Trying to do the rule set like
well,
that.
they might have just that's when they made it, so that
Yeah.
was the rule set they used.
Yeah.
I would love to see a paladin doing parkour. Just saying, that would be awesome.
So they get
I
plus
landed
1.
on my face, but I'm okay.
So first we have...
Everything is awesome.
You do it if your armor was mithril armor.
You know.
Sorry if we're dropping a
Not.
million frames here. I keep going in and out of Wi-Fi.
Why?
Because everything is not awesome.
Aww.
I have a feeling it's because I know I'm on Wi-Fi. I don't know about you, Amanda,
I am not. I'm not 4G.
but they're also using the Wi-Fi upstairs.
Oh yeah, they're Netflixing and stuff.
I
So,
am now
I'm
not
sure
on
that-
Wi-Fi.
Your phone isn't, but it was. That'll help.
Well, I just went
Do
off
a
the
month
Wi-Fi here,
paladin
so
hybrid.
I'm hoping
I
that'll help
guess.
that my phone's not drawing that information for you too.
Okay.
I don't want to make my character too complicated
Oh, come on. You don't want to be Charles Darwin?
for a one shot. I'm okay.
4 classes?
Made a hippie druid.
Which one of these buildings was the tavern? The inn?
The
Over
inn is off
there.
off here towards
This
us.
is the one that's crushed. The building we were in before.
Um,
And that's how far we got while we were like dashing.
Just off of my keen smell perception check from before, any chance do I smell if any of them have like recent blood on them?
I'm gonna say not from this far.
Okay.
You could tell they were in town and they didn't smell like normal people, but I would say blood. You'd have to be a little closer to
Okay.
do that.
That's fine. That's
They're so fluffy.
fair.
Okay, so you
If we're lucky, we won't be the ones to die.
and then
No
Bulba.
dying.
And then Jean. And then Jaja.
I'm going to make a class that levels in 1/9 each class.
Jesus. Alright. I hope I didn't just screw myself by making this many freaking things to
Yetis.
fight.
That's a lot of Yetis.
That would be a lot of Yetis.
They're not all Yetis.
But as you come around the corner, BR,
Never
you
mind.
notice there are a bunch of wolves starting to circle around the area where Jaja and Evelyn are.
Oh. It might not have been Yetis.
How much that?
It might not have been Yetis, he said.
But you're up first.
That's alright.
Which,
Take care of the problem anyway. And sleep later. Who needs
Which-
sleep?
one of you guys is within 30 feet of me?
You're the one up front.
20, 25, 30. Just
Probably,
him.
Yeah.
You're up front. Each square is 5 feet.
Okay, just let me know when I go then.
Yeah, it's just him right now.
I want to cast magic missile.
Fire a magic missile. I don't have
Right,
magic
isn't it
missile.
like pitch black out?
I
It is
can't-
dark outside.
I can't see shit.
There is some moonlight lighting the
Oh,
streets.
man.
So it's like dim light?
It's dim light, yeah.
Alright.
That's everybody can see.
Ish.
Ish.
Sure.
Like around corners and stuff, you might be a little screwed, but. Okay. So BR is moving forward.
So I guess the Pikachu's on my line of sight. I'm gonna draw my crossbow while I'm moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Firing a shot at Pikachu.
Pikachu cast
Pokemon
Thunderbolt.
Company is mad.
Sorry.
16.
16 will hit.
Why is that dog barking?
People.
10 damage.
10 points of damage. Okay.
Noise.
So as you run down the road, you pull out your crossbow. Lock onto a wolf. Shoot the crossbow. It lands yoink right in one of the legs. You hear ah.
Well, maybe I was trying to communicate with him.
That one, no. That one would not be very
What are you
happy.
playing?
Ranger. Revised.
Are you playing up close or are you playing want to be farther back?
Up close.
And that's my turn.
That's true. Okay. Can somebody move Pikachu 50 feet closer to Dan's character?
Oh my gosh. That's like 15 feet away from him. I think it was 65.
50. Is it a good spot?
Go over one square.
It was
Yeah, right
so
there.
you had line of sight.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
And
Tange, you're playing more range.
Range.
Character.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'll get up in front of you and
It's going to
be me shielded.
open its mouth very wide and just blast a beam
white
at
wolf.
you. So,
Nice.
oh, you must make a dexterity saving throw. I thought it was gonna be an attack.
14, 15, 16, 17.
17, you make it. So you only take half damage. Where are my 8s? Fucking dog's losing it.
Yeah.
Well, better up there than down here while we're
For real.
streaming.
Alright, so that'll be 5 points of cold damage.
Alright.
As just a blast of cold energy comes out of its mouth. And that will be his turn. Evelyn.
Do it.
Had to say something, didn't you? Mark said better up there than down here.
She's not barking. She just wondering what's going on now. Anything changed, guys? Did I miss anything?
Hi, puppy. You gonna go girl?
No. Get down.
Going to.
Hi, girl.
I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Okay.
Pikachu.
Pikachu?
Yep. Choose a creature that you can see within range. Mark the query until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And
You can move it as a bonus
Somebody
action
watched
with
the
dice.
Laura Bailey video.
I don't
no,
have my
but I have a feeling whatever that is, it's a good thing anyway.
other things either.
They're not in
My
your kit.
pop-offs, no.
You don't have your rings?
Not my rings.
Where else would they be, though?
I don't know.
Don't you just wear them on your fingers?
And maybe his
But
toes.
if I liked it, I would have put a ring on it.
I don't have your rings either. Are you duct taping them?
I was gonna put a piece of duct tape around it.
There's the
Very
hunter's
basic.
mark. Just put a dice on the back of Pikachu's back.
And
Or just put dice under it.
Attack with my rapier.
Aw, those look tiny.
Roll them.
Beautiful. Well, you beautiful.
Get rid of that.
Travinization!
Did you get a nat one? What
Yep.
did you
I rolled one.
He missed.
Oh, that sucks.
What's up, y'all? Nice camera setup. I like being able to see everyone.
Right? I wish we could see the battle, but the camera's not working.
Sorry.
Probably better we'd get sued using all these trademark characters.
I don't think
We're
we'd
not
get
making
sued.
money.
Demonetized.
Are you sure?
We weren't making money when we got the biddies.
Wow.
Pretty sure it is made by month.
I mean,
So,
we
there you go.
weren't using the minis when we.
So I'm just
made them.
saying.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Probably better they can't actually see that.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be that big. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons technically, so we're already using. Anyways, so you missed. All right. Anything else?
Jaja just hang out
You used
there.
a bonus action as your reaction.
I
Jaja
rolled
has their
separate
own
initiatives for
initiative,
it,
yeah.
so.
Gotcha,
Let's see here. Squirtle is up next.
Where's he going?
Squirtle is going to come around the corner because it now hears stuff.
5, 10, 15, 20. How far?
It'll go up and also go in combat with
25, 30, 35, 40, 45. There?
right there. Yep. And this one does not get its weapon.
OMG.
So, dog's losing it.
Something tells me it might hit its friend if it does that.
Alright. Sorry? So it has advantage because of pack tactics. So it's going to try to bite you.
Tactics.
Nom nom noms.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
taste delicious.
So will a 13 hit?
That's
I
good.
didn't think so. I rolled a 7 and a 4. Alright. That sucks, but that's its turn.
Who's next?
Gigan. Gigan.
Okay. Since I can move 40 feet, will you bring me right up to Squirtle, please? And then I'm going to do my multi-attack, which is a bite and attack with claws. So for the bite,
On Squirtle?
yep.
Okay.
Cocked. Pretty great. But
Yeah.
I'm giving my dice tower.
Not as good.
11.
11 will miss.
Okay, and with the claws, 9. So I will not.
Wah, wah, wah.
Everyone's just missing.
Just not super used to a bear form.
This is my new form, you guys. It's not my
Okay.
fault.
And then 1 second.
Anything else?
Well, Goliath Druid is a crazy
Yeah, just
combo.
hang on, real-
It's different, that's for sure.
This is what I want to do for the main, for when we play the main game too. I want to have these cameras set up and have everybody's players underneath them. I love this, the way this is. This is awesome.
For now, yeah, it'll be.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Now it's Bulbasaur's turn.
Where's Bulby want to go? 30.
Bulbasaur is going to come out from around the corner.
That's 40.
Where do you want to go up?
Sure.
Go all the
Let's
way
go there.
around. I don't know. Leave it there.
Yeah, that works. I'll head that way. And it will take a bite at Jaja.
But Jaja's just a big old dog. These things are aggressive.
I'm almost positive an 11 is gonna mix. Yeah. I rolled a 3 and a 4. My advantages suck today.
Mm-hmm.
Those dice are going away. All right. That is its turn. Jean. It is your turn, Jean.
Where am I? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can't reach.
You have javelins.
No.
Anything thrown? They're not my favorite. I switch dice. May the dice be ever in your favor.
I'm going to use Hunter's Mark on the Squirtle.
Hunter's mark on the. That's 2 things. Hunter's marked. Just drop some dice. Drop. Yeah.
I didn't want to know what okay. I'm gonna go see if I can go beat up my dog. I mean,
Be careful what you say on the internet.
Woo!
we don't really beat up dogs here.
No, we like dogs. I'm going to use Bane on all 3 of them.
Wait, what was Hunter's mark?
Hunter's Mark marks them, so I do 1d6 extra damage.
Was it a first level spell?
It's a
Yes.
first level bonus action.
Okay. What is?
Bane is a first level action. Can't do it.
It can only be a cantrip.
Gotcha. And so I
Right.
can't
Spellcasting
do
is still
that.
limited.
I don't have anything to throw at it, so that's it, I guess.
Do you have anything to throw?
I don't have
Dagger,
anything
hammer,
to
nothing.
throw. I have a mace and a battle axe.
Mm. Okay. So it's Hunter's marked. Jaja's turn.
She is just. She's gonna bite back.
Hello?
I was worried the dog ran outside by himself.
Alright. She misses. She rolled a 1.
Roll the 1. Nobody is rolling for anything tonight. So far, back and forth, it's just been wolf bites. People attack. Everybody
The
swings
breath
wide.
worked. The breath
The
worked.
breath is the only thing that worked. It is Charmander's go. Charmander is going to come out around the corner and just hold back. It's not
So
going to
how
rush
far?
up. I'd say 5, 10, 15. Yeah, put him over towards you 1 square.
Diagonally or
Like, just slide
Just
straight
straight
towards
down.
you.
There
Right
you
there,
go.
yep. Thank you.
That's the pack leader right there. He's just babysitting.
And we're back to the top of the round. BR.
You're up.
We are BR.
I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere. I'm gonna put it right there.
Okay, how
Right
big
behind
is the
the
sphere?
It is 5 foot diameter. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit.
And
Cool.
they do 2d6 damage or half that if they fail. I don't think I have any bonus actions, so I guess I'm just gonna do that.
Cool.
Sweet.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hmm?
As bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, it must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage.
Do it.
So I'd say, like, cast it behind it, then jam it into those
Yeah.
3.
As a bonus action.
So I guess I'll do it to the which one is this?
Squirtle.
The Squirtle.
Well, anything within 5 feet of that.
So it would jam in all 3 of them.
Well, they have to end their turn.
Okay.
But if you use the bonus action to ram it into him, would that?
I think it just says it's the one that gets hit.
Okay. So
Well,
Squirtle.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that
Dex save you said.
Yeah.
if you put that in the same
Against
square as
15.
Squirtle, you're gonna hit me. And
Well, no, it hits it and then stops.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So
No,
16.
it affects one, I would imagine.
Alright, so yeah.
Unless you're sharing
Seated.
a space, which then you'd have.
So,
Does it take half?
yeah, I'll take
Nice.
half of 10. So 5.
So 5. Awesome. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. As your flaming sphere slams into the wolf, it starts to singe some of the back fur. And it takes a little bit of damage, but it's still up and still angry.
So angry. That's a flaming sphere right there. Any creature that's within 5 feet at the end of their turn takes damage. So for
That's
friendlies,
the roll
Yeah.
of Dex save.
Yeah, for
Right.
friendlies too.
Well, I mean,
and then if you succeed, you still get half damage. So don't end right next to that thing, if you can help it.
Okay, Pikachu.
Well, none of
Floating
us.
ball of fire.
Yeah, just don't go there and you'll be fine.
Pikachu is not going to get his breath weapon back, but he's going to try to attack Evelyn. That will be a 17 to hit.
Well, you match me.
That'll hit. Sweet.
Chihuahuas.
And that will be 2 of these. So that will be 11 points of piercing damage. And I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
3.
You are knocked prone.
You on the ground.
You are prone.
You taking a nap?
Hopefully not. It's gonna
Alright.
be in a dirt nap.
And it's your turn.
And it's your turn, so you're gonna use
Alright.
half your speed to get
I
up.
was gonna say I have no experience with prone because I've never been knocked prone, so I
Yeah,
just use
half
half my
speed.
speed to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay.
prone would be bad if you weren't literally taking your turn right now.
Yeah.
'Cause
If they had a chance to attack you, it would have been bad because it would have got advantage because it's melee. But since it's your turn, it literally no.
Alright, I'm
No
just gonna
difference.
try to jam it right between the eyes.
Other than being able to run away.
Jam it.
So 15 hit.
15 hits.
Okay, so the druid is within 5 feet of it, so I get my additional d6 for sneak attack,
Yep.
and it's hunter's mark, so I get another additional d6 for it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. This is why rogues are the best class.
Not really. But
Lots of damage.
19.
19 damage.
Yeah.
Holy shite.
It's 3 dice. Yeah. You rolled pretty well.
7, a 4, and a 5, and I get a plus 3 for. Oh, hang on, that's 21 because I have
See?
dueling for melee damage.
Oh, snap.
So 21.
Holy shit. All right.
That thing is
You go in.
ouchy.
What was that weapon you used?
Rapier.
A rapier, just right across the chest. It is bleeding. Its white fur is just pooling red now. And it's Squirtle's turn.
It's like, oh!
Squirtle's gonna turn around and try to hit Keegan.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
He's gonna try to bite. That'll be a 17 hit.
that'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay.
He switched his dice. Can you tell?
Holy shit.
So did I, thankfully.
That will be a 15 points of damage.
Okay.
I need you to make a strength save.
Oh. Ouch.
Yeah. 1.
You are knocked prone.
Oh.
You on the ground.
You on the ground.
Oh, bear.
Aw, bear on
Oh.
the ground.
Both of them have to make their dexterity saving throws for the
Oh,
flying
yeah.
sphere.
Oh, for the end of their turn, so they can move.
So one got a 7, and the other one got an 8.
They both have to take whatever your fire damage is.
So that's
Is it
Squirtle and Pikachu.
Is that
Get your
26?
flaming sphere.
They get to make a saving throw.
They
Yep,
failed.
They both
They got
failed.
a 6 and a 7.
So
10 damage total.
Pikachu would be 10.
Pikachu was 10?
Yeah. Then roll.
And
one
roll
more
one for
time
the Squirtle.
Oh, it was 10 total.
Yeah, but 1 for him and then 1 for the next one.
They're separating.
They
Oh,
them.
okay.
both
Alright.
failed, yeah.
3
3? Okay. Not as cool, but Pikachu is looking very hurt. Alright, Gigan, it's your turn.
Okay, stand up.
Alright.
I'm going to presume Squirrel's going to get an opportunity attack because I'm going to move back.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go the full 20 feet.
Alright, that will be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, hello, Moto.
You didn't get the advantage because I stood up first.
Got advantage because pack tactics.
Okay.
But that'll only be 8 points of damage this time.
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
Well, I'm dropping the bear shape anyways. So,
Okay, cool.
and that's only a bonus action. And then as my action, I'm going to cast Moonbeam right on top of where the flaming sphere is.
Jesus Christ.
What's that do?
Why, that
does
is.
that do?
I'm so glad you asked. It is a silvery beam of pale light
Oh, it's so
that
pretty.
shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. It's centered on a point within range.
Yeah.
Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. So now there's definitely dim light right there.
Yep.
When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in a ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Wow.
Takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
That's fantastic.
Holy crap.
A shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. On each of my turns after I cast this, I can use an action to move the beam 60 feet in any direction.
Wow.
And if I cast it at a higher level, it's an extra d10 of damage. I'll do it at a level 3, why not?
Alrighty.
Level 3 Moonbeam.
So they take damage now or on the start of their turn?
When it first enters and the start of their turn. So I will let you...
I'll say they first entered it, so.
Okay, so that's going to be 3d10.
3d10.
8
Let me
plus
say the.
16...
So.
19 radiant points of damage.
So it's a con save, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Pikachu got an 18.
He'll make it.
Squirtle got a 6.
Does not.
And Bulbasaur got a 19. No, 18. Okay.
Just one moment.
So 19, 18, and 6.
The 6 does not, the other 2 do.
Okay. So half of 19.
Would be 9.
9.
Rounding down.
So Pikachu is dead.
Bye, Dubs Cat.
No, there's just. Can you move your hunter's mark when it dies?
I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah.
You should be able to as a
Target.
bonus action.
You can on your turn, yeah. It's bonus
Okay.
action.
I lost her.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Looks like he's coned.
Yes.
That's horrible.
Alright, so
Stop
this
chewing.
huge beacon of radiant light comes down. It's just too much for one of the wolves to handle. It just starts burning from the inside and falls to the ground. Okay, Bulbasaur's turn. I was gonna attack Yaya. Is Jaja again?
Start of Bulbasaur's turn.
Yep.
Has to make that con save again.
So the Moonbeam.
Because it's at the start of his turn. So the
Oh.
Moonbeam
21.
Oh,
makes it. So 7, 11, only one more. Half 19 again.
9.
Burn, baby, burn.
Just go burn.
Gonna try to bite Jaja for 22 points, or 22 to hit.
Yeah.
That will be 10 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And a strength save, please.
Oh, Jaja, I only knew you for a day and a half.
2 days travel, I think.
17.
Whatever.
17?
One
It
day
is not
to
prone.
one city, 1 day to one. You're not prone yet.
I've only known you for an hour and 20 minutes.
Alright, Jean.
Okay. I'll go up and hit it with my battle axe. Ooh. 11 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my extra attack. 10 to hit.
Misses.
Alright, taking a nap.
Jaja, you're up.
I used to be an adventurer and I do. Yeah, I took an arrow to the knee.
She's gonna straight up attack. That was a 21 hit.
Yep.
Uh, 11 points of damage, and now has to make a strength saving throw.
You make a strength saving throw, and you make a strength saving throw.
Huh. Nat 1.
Alright, so it's prone now.
Alright. Bulbasaur's prone.
Oh, right. It's in it is. They're next to my flaming spirit, isn't it?
Yep.
And they both did.
Yep.
Well, Squirtle hasn't gone again.
9 for the Bulbasaur. Has to be the 15.
Hold up, girl. Hey. Hey.
21. Okay.
No, come on in.
Awesome. It's Charmander's turn. Charmander is going to turn and run up the mountain, up the valley.
Bye, Felicia.
Good. Now we have something to follow.
Effectively done. BR, top of the round. Round 3. Fight.
No, he's way too far away. Alright, I'm just gonna take a shot at him then.
Crossbow.
No.
Who's shooting it?
Charmander.
Oh, okay.
And for my bonus action, I'll make the ball slam into Squirtle again.
So make a. Nope.
6.
6 points damage? Into, you said Squirtle?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
He's also looking rough. Evelyn.
So you guys rule diagonals are still 5?
Hmm?
Okay. 5, 10.
Don't go.
This spot.
Yes.
20. So I'll settle up next to Jaja. And I will. I'll move as bonus action, move my Hunter's Mark to Bulbasaur. And I
Okay.
will attack it. This is a 23 hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Rapier, Sneak Attack. Oh, Hunter's Mark. Oh, those two rolled really low.
Oh, it was Bulbasaur, right?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had advantage on that too, but
4.
you're going to roll again.
See if you get a nat 20.
No, it's 1. This is a low one. 9 points.
You want to roll again in case you get advantage?
You get advantage roll your d20.
Oh, close.
That was a 19.
So 9?
I rolled 2 ones in the damage on that one. Sorry, 11. Ruling.
11.
I'm not used to fighting styles.
Alright. These guys are both looking really bad. Squirtle is going to try to run away. So, Amanda, if you want to make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, use my bags.
What do you get?
A 2, so 5 to hit. Yeah.
No, it's going
I
to miss
need my
up.
big blue.
He's going to run backwards, but at the start of his turn, he's got to take Mark's damage. That'll be half.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Dodge.
Moonbeam. And can you move him
Squirrel.
He's gonna start. Squirtle is gonna start going that way.
5, 10. Oh, what?
He's
5,
got-
10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
He's right there. He's got.
40.
50.
Well, he's got 50.
50.
That's right. Yeah, 50. All right. So.
Still marked.
Half of 11, so 6.
Okay.
Hey,
Awesome.
you're gonna stop.
Ooh, big baby.
Is your turn, Mark, whenever you can. Or we can go to the next if you need a minute.
Let's see. Those two ran.
Those two ran. Charmander's a little bit further. Squirtle's just off the.
How far are they? Are they 60 feet?
Yeah, they're more than 60 feet away.
60.
No. 60 from the cone,
Oh.
from the cylinder.
No,
Well, this
that's
is
50 away.
So.
I'm gonna move it on top of them.
Okay.
Oh, you're not that. You're that. He doesn't have a thing. This is a moon. No. There's a moonbeam on top of Squirtle.
There's a moonbeam on top of Squirtle. Alright. It's Bulbasaur's turn. He is also going to try to run away.
Okay,
So
it's two
whoever wants to,
opportunity
yeah.
attacks.
Amanda, you can't because you already had an opportunity to attack this turn.
Well, actually, she'll be able to once he moves out of here.
She already
I
took
already
a reaction
has,
this
Oh,
turn.
I already
right,
have
yeah.
reactions.
Yeah.
So,
So
both of
Jaja
you
gets
take
one.
both of them. One at advantage, one without. Evelyn rolls a 19,
That gets.
That'll definitely hit.
and Jaja are nat 20s.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
And
Yeah,
he used half his
just
movement to get up from prone.
Rolls the damage twice for.
Just roll the damage and then
Double it.
double the die. Yeah.
Jaja gets 4, 7, 12, 24 for Jaja.
Hey, Bulbasaur's dead.
Okay, I
Just
didn't even have
falls
to roll
to the
rapier damage.
Just falls to the ground trying
Evelyn,
to
you're
leave.
fine. You don't need to do anything.
Alright, so I like animal companions.
Jean, you're up. Squirtle is fleeing.
Let's see. Can cast magical weapon.
I wouldn't guess magical weapon.
I don't know. That's all I got. That's range. Everything else is like Searing Smite helps me when I melee. Dividing Smite helps me when I melee. I used Bane on them, right? Did I use that? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't, because you couldn't do both.
Right. Shielded Face gives me more AC. So. And if I take Hunter's Mark on it, then I won't be able to find it later. If we decide to chase it. So
Yeah,
I'm
as
just
long
gonna
as you
move.
concentrate on it, I believe.
Just move 30.
If you wanted to use your action to dash, if you wanted just to keep following it, you would be able to attack. But
Yeah.
Actually, if you dashed up to it when it moved, if it didn't dash, which probably would.
I wouldn't get right next to it because he's
Moonbeam.
got his moonbeam on.
Oh,
it.
you have it on it? I thought it was over
Yeah.
one.
Well, it's Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you go next to it then. He did say put it right next to it. So. All right. BR, it's your turn.
I'm gonna dismiss my flaming sphere.
Okay.
And I guess I'll just move up and take a shot at it. My crossbow. 12,
12 just misses.
and that's it.
All right. That's it's gonna be his turn, so he's gonna take the moonbeam at the beginning of the turn with a 10 con save.
What's the damage on the moonbeam?
I think it's 3d8,
3d10.
3d10. Is it? Was
Yeah,
it d10s?
he's got a lot of d10s over here.
Let's see. 5, 1, and a 9. No, 15.
Falls to the ground dead. Oops. All right. Charmander's long gone. He double dashed his way out.
That's fine, because we can still track him.
Charmander?
Oh,
He's,
Yeah.
he's good at tracking things.
Cool.
We got it.
They're also my favorite, they're beasts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my favorite enemy, so it'll be really
Ooh,
easy.
actually, he's a monstrosity.
Oh,
Really?
they're ice wolf, right?
Yeah, they're winter
Okay.
wolves. Yeah.
Well, we won't be able to
All right,
find his
buddy. I'm gonna go
tracks.
pee real
We can
quick.
try. We can try.
In the meantime, we'll say you guys can head back to the inn or wherever you're sleeping. Finish your long rest. Nothing else will disrupt you for the night. If you guys want to talk about anything or anything, you can do that. But I gotta be.
Gonna spend me some time making myself some pelts.
Do you have your charger with you?
You know, I think I have it actually. Unfortunately.
You have to, man. You have to
Okay.
leave at 6:30.
No, I do
you have
not.
to have her there at 6:30.
Leave.
Okay.
One time it probably would have been most useful too. I apologize.
Yeah, I didn't think I did mine.
Well, I didn't, because it's such a short drive from Rafts to my place, I didn't bother packing
Yeah.
my chargers and stuff. So,
Alright, anyways, let's put down that.
does not sound like he's having a very fun day.
He's at this point where he doesn't want to be not being held.
Mm-hmm.
He's more independent and just kind of reverting for a while.
Some terrible twos.
And my wife's discussing taking the dog over to her sister's and leave all the girls.
Ooh, hey, what? Huh?
Sorry, I keep leaving Twitch. Gotta take care of family stuff.
Whew, okay. And we're back.
I need, I'm getting me some meat and pelts off of these wolves.
Okay. I'd say you have to spend about an hour and a half doing it and roll a nature check.
Sure.
Oh, Jesus. Dropping! We're dropping! No, we're back. We're dropping like crazy. 2,000 frames.
4, unfortunately.
4? It takes you a while and you're barely able to get anything. You just kind of, you're woken up halfway through and you get some meat and you get about a
So what happened with those two? Sorry.
couple good chunks.
Squirtle
Squirtle
died.
Your
Charmander
moonbeam
ran.
killed Squirtle. We rolled for you. He only had a few damage left, so when he started his turn, he took it. You're able to get a couple pieces of hide,
As long as there's enough food for me and the dog, it's all
only
that
like
matters.
this. But yeah, you get some meat, some usable meat off of it. So you guys will wake up in the morning, feeling like P Diddy.
How much health do we get back for a long rest?
Long rest, you get it all back.
Everything.
Your health goes back up. Your spell slots go back up.
6s.
Everything goes back up.
Awesome.
So in the morning, you guys jump on the carts.
Start of the morning, I'll cast Good Berry again, so I'll get 10 new berries.
Okay.
Out in my little satchel. I'll have one for my day nutrients.
So you guys,
Let's see.
you guys are at focus.
Who?
You and Mark.
Sorry.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
That's probably me.
Alright, do
I think it's
we...
because I was looking down and you were up, so there was no faces. Fine.
Alright, so
Do we want to track the wolves?
No, we
We
scared
could
them
wait
away.
until morning if we really want to.
It is morning. We just did a one round.
I'll expedite us in the morning.
Gotcha.
Well,
I mean, it isn't part of our job at all.
No, it's just extra.
but if for whatever reason the giant tamed them, then sent them to attack the village.
Well, we only sent him one back, so that should be a message.
Well,
But he
Wait.
might come back with more if they are.
well, if it does have a master, we could follow it back to its master. I guess is the point.
We're going to the mountains anyways.
Not often that I come back home, so. Am I familiar with where the giants tend to hang out in the mountains?
Let's think about this. Giants don't tend to hang out in these mountains.
Okay.
It's a rare commodity.
This is very unusual. This is why Yetis, yeah. Wolves, absolutely. Tons of them. Giants? That's new.
Can I do a nature check if it seemed like the wolves we fought were like doing traditional hunting tactics for wolves, or if they were trained?
Yep, absolutely.
Ooh, 23.
23. From what you saw, it looked like normal pack tactics. It didn't look like they were reporting in. You know, it didn't look like.
I'm
anything
firm to
was
believe they
trained.
were just wildlife looking for food.
Which, now that you think about it, it would make sense. If the Yetis are coming into town, the wolves are now starting to come into towns. Whatever this giant's doing, it's driving away the local wildlife.
I think if we deal with the giant, this town's issues with yetis and wolves will resolve itself. I believe the giant is probably messing with the natural ecosystem. So, dude's passing out some bad vibes.
Alright, so you guys load up the cart and go?
Yep.
Alright. You start heading up this kind of narrow valley. It's only really big enough that you could fit maybe 2 carts side by side in. You're a few miles into the trek when you start noticing skeletons off to the side of the road.
Anything stand out about the skeletons?
They're wolf skeletons. They've been mostly picked clean.
Anything like, is their ribcage crushed or?
Yes, the bones are mostly in the center crushed, but everything looks picked clean.
Everything.
Whether or not it was a giant or it was other animals feasting on it, this is like a completely bare skeleton.
Well,
Something hit this thing very, very hard.
yeah, a normal animal, even if it's bear size,
Are
couldn't
there
collapse
any
it like
tracks
this.
or anything around it?
Make a perception check.
Alright, Zhao Zhao.
No.
Let's see what you find.
9.
23 on the dog.
Something on the dog. No footprints anywhere. It does seem to be some intermittent snowfall up through this range. So anything that was on the ground would have been snowed over a couple times in the time it took to clear this thing. The dog does start to get a smell. Starts to bark at a couple different smells. If you communicate with her,
Mm-hmm.
because you can like read thoughts and stuff, right, or something like that. You communicate simple ideas.
Yeah, we can communicate.
They can
that
charade
way.
it.
Okay. So basically, she kind of tells you in one direction she smells like the part of the Yeti, in another direction she smells the part of she can smell the wolves.
So Yeti in one direction and wolves in the other.
I'm actually going to get in front of the horses since it's starting to get into the snowy terrain and whatnot to lead them, because I'm just used to the cold climate, so I don't feel it like anyone else would. I don't
So
think anyone else is going to Goliath.
you guys start walking, taking the cars further up. You get about another mile up, and that's when you see over to the other side of the ridge. You see a upside down and broken, smashed in cart. It had a big top on it. It's all ripped to shreds now.
Can I investigate it to see what's in there?
Investigation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna help him.
Are you doing the aid action? Because then that gives advantage.
Aid. Sure.
If the DM approves. Fantastic. 17.
17. You go through here. You're looking around. You notice the top of it definitely looks like giant finger marks grabbed it. Inside there's nothing. There's not a single coin.
We might need the pooch.
Gonna have
the
John hit
sniffer.
Smith again. 22.
Kind of sniffs around, kind of whines. You dig through the snow a bit, and you just see a big stain on the grass of long, dried, and frozen over blood.
Alright, well, we have this. She get a scent off of it?
She will get a scent off of it, and she'll start heading up the valley more.
Okay. Alright, guys, looks like we're following her now.
Adventure time!
Yep. You guys head up the valley.
She should be careful. It is mountains. It's mountainous range.
It starts getting harder to go around. You have to dodge actually this giant boulder with the cart. It's kind of hard to get through. It looks like it fell down on the ground from up high. Keep going around, and that's when you hear from way off in the distance. A couple of the mountains up there kind of shake, and some rocks fall down. Not a lot, not like in your path, but like off in the distance.
Well, unless we plan on losing this card, I suggest we put it somewhere safe.
Do we have anything in the cart that we actually need?
No, it's empty.
Okay.
We have to bring the giant's head back.
Okay.
You can't do that in a smashed card, unfortunately.
Are you guys leaving the cart?
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
Pull it off to the side somewhere obscure in a bit.
Okay.
Let
Alright,
me just check something real quick. Okay. Never mind. Actually, after we set the card up, I'm going to do mold earth underneath it and just make the difficult terrain underneath it.
Okay. Yep, should be good. Awesome. So you guys keep heading up on foot now. It's a little bit slower. But after about another hour of walking, you hear another monstrous roar. This time is much closer. Can I get you all to make me perception checks?
Yeah, 20.
Damn.
6.
12.
Jaja gets a 17. And I get a 19.
Okay.
Wowzers.
For record, I do speak giant, so does it just sound like a roar, or does
It sounds just like roars.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't pick up any words yet. It's also really echoed.
That's cool. Just figured throw it out there.
Amanda, you notice, not Amanda, Jean, you notice a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 feet away, up on the next ridge up, there's a cave with flames inside. You see the flickering of a fire. And you like pause and hold everybody, and you wait, and you hear another smaller roar, and it definitely seems to be coming from that direction.
Yeah, that's true. I think we need to go that way, guys.
Did the roars sound like they came from the same creature?
I'm gonna. Reach
Some of them
in-
were louder, but they definitely have the same, tone.
Just
I'm gonna
like
reach
echoing
from-
through the
from
caves.
behind, and I'm gonna grab my rope. I'm just gonna hold it over my shoulder.
Okay. So depending on how you guys want to approach this, you kind of have like a cliff face, and then it goes up to like the next tier up, it's probably you'd have to like climb up there at some point and get up to there, and then you might have to do a little bit, like tiny bit of climbing just to get up to where this cavern is.
Okay, so who wants to carry the dog? Because I can't.
I can. Easy.
All right. So how are we doing this?
So we're at the spot where we kind of have to climb up.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can get right underneath it and climb up, or you can go up kind of a side and then like walk over to it. So it depends on how you
How
guys
far
get
up?
Yeah.
How far up? Oh, excuse me. I'd probably say it's like 100 feet up, and like 500-600 feet towards the north.
Is there like other little ledges we could find purchase and stop at?
Once you get that 100 feet up, that's like a big ledge, and then you'd have to go up maybe just a little bit further, a little bit higher than that.
Is there
It'd be high enough for you guys to get up there.
Well,
Oh.
I'm gonna hold the one end of my rope.
How long is your rope?
It's 100 feet,
Oh, okay.
and I am going to say
Perfecto.
to the rope, climb, and you're gonna see the other end. Just go straight up.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Oh shit.
You guys both took ropes of climbing. That's
Seems
awesome.
like it made sense.
Fucking dog's losing it.
And actually, you know what? Let me just look at one thing real quick for your good old dog here.
Whoa.
I'm gonna touch your dog
Aw.
in a real loving way,
Oh, what a good dog.
and I'm casting Spider Climb on it.
Oh, good. I'll just jump into the saddle then, and she'll do the climbing.
You gotta hold on tight.
I can't be dismounted unwillingly. I have the
Fantastic.
saddle of the cavalier.
Alright.
And I'd like to climb up my rope here.
Okay.
Do you mind if I use your rope? I have nothing.
But you
I have a
more than
a
welcome
priest
to.
staff. I don't know if this is beneficial.
Sorry. Do you have the actual thing for rope climbing? Is there advantage using that rope?
Book of Shinies.
I don't think so. But I think you could tell the rope to just pull you up,
I'm pretty sure you just tell it to pull
because you
it
can
up.
tell it to
Hang
move.
on.
That's a
We'll
strong
find
rope.
out. Hang on.
We could,
We got a book.
we could bring the cart with us,
Rope of climbing.
because they can hold up to 3,000
Oh no,
pounds.
hang on. It's only a 60-foot length of rope.
That's okay.
Alright, well then,
We can find
what
some
is- we
rocks
just
to stand
tie
on.
ours.
But it can hold
Tie
3,000
it
pounds.
together.
yeah, we
If
just,
you hold one end of the rope and use an action to speak the command word, the rope animates. As a bonus action, you can command the other end to move toward a destination you choose. That end moves 10 feet on your turn when the first command. When you first commanded, and 10 feet each of your turns until it reaches its destination.
tie it.
we could just tie
Tie
it to
them
each other,
together.
like
You just get
sit
on
it and tell each end to go at the
hang-
same time.
You can
It's
also
like a
tell the
hammock.
rope to fasten itself securely to an object or to unfasten itself, to knot or unknot itself, or to coil itself for carrying. If you tell the rope to knot, large knots appear 1 foot intervals along the rope. When knotted, the rope shortens to 50-foot length and gain advantage checks making to climb.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
if
okay.
you shorten
So we
you
can
get
tie it
advantage.
together and then
Oh, right, yeah, that.
have it knot, and then we get advantage on climbing.
Yeah. Because we'd still 100 feet then.
Yeah. So that's what we'll do. We'll tie the ends that we held on,
Can I get you three to roll athletics checks just for this climb? Just see if anybody falls down.
and we do it with advantage. Athletics, you say? 21.
25.
22.
Y'all are good. Like this is easy. We should take these everywhere.
Yeah.
So we get up to that ledge. Then I would recommend we just use the rope everyone just hold onto it
Yeah.
and
Dog's just like walking on the wall.
Just like,
well, your dog's gonna be the anchor.
sup guys? Okay. So you guys start making closer to the cave.
So we're gonna have one end knotted to the actual dog. So
Okay. So you guys are having like a pole sport rope in
Yeah.
case you guys fall down. Okay, which is kind of cool because the slope kind of slopes up a little bit. So this is nice. Your foot slips a little bit, but nobody ever falls off.
just a lot of experience with
Yep.
the mountains.
As you get closer to the cave opening, you see you can kind of peer over the side a little bit and see there's big holes in the side of this cliff face where it like punches in and uses it kind of like a ladder.
Dang, we should have went that one.
It's like
Little
six.
holes.
It's like 6 holes. That's
All
it.
sporadic everywhere.
Just like it's just 6 random little holes because they're not little, but they're
Right.
huge holes. But like it looks like those are just like he only needs a few footholds to get up there.
Right.
So it would be much different for us.
But at the mouth of this cave, you see fire flickering from inside. It's like really hard to see from up here. Like how you spotted it was crazy. It's deep into the cave. The mouth of the cave is just all covered in blood. There's streaks of blood just going right inside.
I think we should.
Move very quietly.
I was gonna say we should have the animals scope out the area first,
Yeah, I'll send my raven in.
and I'll actually. Sorry, let me just get a list of things that I can transform to.
I'm breaking the 4th wall.
Oh no!
Alright, I'll have a mastiff this time, and our dogs can be friends. And they'll go explore together.
Question is, does the mastiff have stealth proficiency?
I'll look.
I'm sorry, I screwed up before. What'd you do? I meant black bear, not brown bear. Oh, sorry. Well, damn. That's okay.
It was an accident, internet. I promise. It wasn't on purpose. I just misread the bear part.
I don't think any of these are gonna have.
Okay.
So, this is super fantastic.
Okay.
I think that animal is probably the best option versus the other ones. Because the other one's dexes are shit.
So, you all send your animals in?
I'm going to wild shape into an animal. I'm just trying to pick the right
Alright,
one.
so I have a question on how this would work. Now, if I'm mounted on my mount, is
Mhm.
it the mount that makes the stealth check for me?
I think either of you could.
Okay, because
I would think we'd only want small animals to go into.
okay, just the small ones. Alright, well, we'll stay out.
Scouting party.
So yeah, like if yours is big enough to be a mount, then I would.
Yeah, medium.
So if you send the small animals in.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn into a spider and.
Okay. So there's the opening of the cave. It's about 20 feet across.
Raven should take one side and I'll take the other.
Yeah. I
And I'll
guess
skid her along the wall.
I'll just ride my mastiff.
You're just gonna ride it.
No, I'm just gonna ride it. Because I already used it, so I'll just have the mastiff.
Okay. So you're just going in as a spider. Is anything else going in?
Send my raven in.
You send your raven in. Okay.
So
So
stealth check. 9.
Give me a sec. I gotta get the.
Spider?
Yeah, I gotta get the.
You can just eat it.
That'd be kind of gross. I mean, he's a giant, but you know,
Giant eating spider.
I feel like it wouldn't
Well,
really be worth the effort.
Ideally, he won't realize I'm there or care that.
You're there.
Yeah. Especially because I'm a tiny beast at that point.
He won't even see you. You're so
And gets a
small.
+4 to stealth, so
Boom.
14.
So the animals go in. You see like a pile of bodies here that look humanoid. A pile of bodies over here that look a little bit bigger. A few stones that have fallen down. And then around this you see a giant. And a big Yeti body next to it that looks like it's taking pieces off of.
Nasty.
Cook pot.
So, if we don't mind expeding this, we got about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to presume we're going to go back in.
Yep.
I'll relay to the rest of the group because Raven already did that for him.
Alright, alright.
What we saw. And just for hoops and shoots, I will
Is
cast.
that like shizzes and gigs?
Yes. I will cast Pass Without a Trace on the group.
Alright. You all have +10 to your self checks.
Alright, I'll mount Jaja.
Yeah, you will.
Well, as long as I'm mounted, he has disadvantage to hit her, so.
What is the group doing?
I'm going to stealth.
Stealth.
I think we should all stealth since we.
Pass without a trace said +10 to stealth.
+10. Yep.
25.
Well, thank God for that. Pass without a trace.
Third 32.
28.
Jesus.
I rolled a 22.
I got a 13.
That's all right. All of you succeed. You're able to sneak into the cavern. So I will let you guys set up, and you can get a surprise round on him.
Surprise, bitches!
Okay.
Why don't we have everybody roll initiative, just so we can get in order, and then 12,
17.
17.
20.
15 for me. And Shasha is 3.
3.
Again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna act on her initiative because I'm mounted.
All right. So we have you. You. Bookkeeping. Writing things in notebooks.
Okay. So
It's
I
D&D.
have a couple of spells that could certainly be useful here. One is Erupting Earth, which I choose a point on the ground I see within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a
That's roll from
successful
my
one.
mount, right? Or does it
Additionally,
get
the ground in that area becomes difficult
You
terrain
can
until
roll
cleared
for
away.
unless you want.
Each
just to go
5-foot
on
square
your-
portion
that's
of
fine.
the area requires 1 minute to clear by hand.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to
So-
use it in case we have to run.
So we could
Well, I mean, or just use it on him at the start, and that way takes
And
extra
jack
life
him
to get
up.
to us.
I mean,
or
but I'm a melee character. I have to be right on top of him to hit. Also, if I attack him this round, I get advantage on attack rolls against him.
You don't have any ranged?
I mean, I have
well,
a short
could
bow,
you
but
get in there and then disengage?
Probably, yeah.
So, or and I got something else here. Earthbind. Choose one creature I see within range. Yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw, which he's going to be really good at.
Well,
or
as-
it's
As long as I start the surprise round next to him, hit him really hard, I can use the action to disengage from him.
I have blindness.
that's only going to work if he's flying, which that's not going to be an issue. So that's not going to be helpful.
I also have something that can restrain him, but it's also a strength saving throw.
Okay, so actually this one. Ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point. Range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes typical terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. Transformation on the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check against the spell set. So that's just every 5 feet he walks, he's going to get 2d4 piercing. So I think the erupting earth. Yeah.
Well, if you wanna, you have a higher initiative than me and Jaja. If you wanna hold your action for that, for me to hit him and disengage, you could totally do that.
BR is up first.
Again?
Oh, we should.
I get +7 to my initiative.
You guys are on.
I get
Holy
advantage
shit.
for it.
All
You,
of
you
us
guys
are
can. You guys rolled really good stealth, so you guys can be. You know.
wherever.
We're trying to, but
I'm mounted.
yeah, if you get up there, hit him hard, and then
Well,
you don't have any range things.
I have a short bow, but
Okay.
I get a +2 to melee damage. Both of us will have advantage on
I'll
our
be on.
opening
I'll
attack
be on
rolls.
this guy.
Yeah, I'll be kind of keeping back.
You're gonna be a Pikachu.
I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on the mastiff.
What's your race?
Human.
What size is the mastiff?
It's medium, so you can't be on that.
Has to be a size category larger than you to ride it.
Yeah.
I thought the mastiff was larger, but I forgot
It
you're a
says
halfling.
fine steed, and he's mine.
She found a particularly large. She finds Steed
That's,
particularly large.
we'll say-
Steed serves it as a mount, both in combat and out. So
We'll say it's a large
it literally
mastiff.
says mastiff on the description.
It's probably for like if it's
For
a
halfling.
small creature.
Roll out. It's a one shot. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. Let's not get
So
real lawyered into running the one shot here. Okay, so you're gonna sneak attack and get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Do you want to hit it and try to do divine smite before I throw out the erupting wall, the erupting earth?
Sure.
So you both want to hit first
So-
and then get out of there.
We're both gonna start engaged with it, or this first round, and then run.
Right, so BR, Vegan, Evelyn, John, then Jaja.
I'll act on hers, mounted on her. So I'll go last with her.
So BR.
So it won't get around. It won't get a turn at all until all of us are done.
Until all of you are done.
It,
Okay,
it
alright,
gets
so-
its turn, but it's like surprise. So it's
Okay.
so its turn is like, oh, I have to be battling now.
Its turn is, where did you come from?
All right, I'm gonna already have advantage. I guess I could shoot it with my crossbow for now. Save my spells for when I get into it. Unless.
Great, now I'm missing both my d12s from these metal dice. Okay.
So I'm gonna move. 5, 10.
I'll be
Here.
right there.
Okay.
Reduce. He makes a Constitution saving throw. 15.
Oh my god. He hits a 15 exactly.
Oh shit!
He rolled a 7 and his con save is +8.
That sucks. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Damn.
Sorry, dude. I rolled 7. I'm like,
Give me. Oh, right here. There.
Oh, that's not mine. That's Mark's thing.
So that's the D12 that you lost.
what's he throwing D12s around for?
No, specifically, I felt your die hit me in the leg.
We found one of your D12s.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was all the way behind Dan.
It's weird, but fantastic.
Which dice is it?
Oh no, the other one don't.
No,
That's
I
been
dropped one. Oh, I know it.
So that part, don't worry about. It got lost in the move.
I got it. Alright, I guess that's my turn then.
All right.
So is it
Keegan.
smaller or?
No, it matched it. It has a +8. That's con.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold until they've done their physicals and gotten out of the way.
Okay. Are you moving or anything?
Oh, let me just. 120 feet. I'm good as long as I can see it.
Okay.
I'm good.
Awesome. Evelyn, or are you going on
Open
Jaja's turn?
strength saving throw. Open strength saving throws.
So
The,
Jean.
disadvantage.
Hold on 1 second. I'm looking this up.
Damn.
So the wolf could probably hold it down to the ground too.
Internet, this is my son.
Hey, little dude.
No, you're not getting the dice because you want to put them in your mouth.
He said, but they look like candy.
So I'm going to use my channel divinity, which is Vow of Enmity. Creature within 10 feet, I gain advantage on attack rolls for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 HP.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit it with my battle axe. 17 to hit, advantage. Not good.
That'll hit. Britain.
Ooh, max
go.
damage.
Hey.
14 damage.
14 damage. Okay.
I'm going to use Divine Smite.
All right.
And do 8 more radiant damage. Woohoo!
Okay.
I have an extra attack, so I'm gonna go again. With my battle axe, that's a 19 to hit.
Well, roll again just in case you get your crit.
Oh, yeah. Nope. And it's 12 damage.
You said 12. You had 8 in there? I want to say.
He wants to know what the first
There was
attack
8 was the
eight.
radiant.
8 was
I-
radiant.
Radiant.
What was
12
the
just
first?
now.
And the first one was 11, I think you said?
Anybody?
Sure.
Anybody?
That puts
It was a
you-
D8 plus 6, so.
That's about right. All right. Sorry. I was trying to math it, and then you
That's
went,
alright.
and I was like, I
There
got
was 3
confused.
things of
Yeah.
damage, I understand.
Yep. Okay. Gotcha. Awesome. And Jaja's turn.
Alright, so.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
she,
my
you
mount.
got. She's got to move out of the way.
Oh, your mount. Well, you're on your mount.
My mount can't attack.
While you're on it, can mount attack while you're on it?
Oh,
Does
believe
it have attacks?
It's a mastiff,
Good. It bites.
giant
Yeah,
mastiff.
my animal companion
Oh.
can do that while mounted.
Does it have its own initiative, or is it sharing or?
He
I
said
just
it
had
could
I just
share
had it
with
share
me.
hers.
Well, yeah,
She has her own
We already had all
Yeah.
the initiative brought in.
So she attacks on her own initiative.
Mount rules here. Well, because like his is a companion, but since yours is a mount.
If it would act on her turn, I don't think she'd get the attack. She'd have to either give up her action to give it an attack, or
I don't know, everything I looked up for it said that it got its own. But I can look at it again.
I don't have a DMG.
I just lost like all my 4G. Nothing's loading.
Your mounts have 2 options. You can either control the mount or allow it to act independently. You can control a mount only if it's been trained except the rider. Yours is. The initiative match yours when you mount it. It moves as you direct it. Only has 3 actions. Dash, disengage, and dodge.
Okay.
The control mount can move and act even on a turn that you mount it. Okay. So basically you can use it to move around faster and stuff, and you can attack from it.
Okay. Or I can unmount it and it can attack on its own.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it would take your action to do that. So you wouldn't get an attack, but the mount would, because you're controlling it to do something. Telling it to do something. This works a little differently because he's the ranger with the beast companion.
But you can use the disengage
Right.
So you could disengage and get away
Disengage
from
and
it.
move.
without taking an opportunity attack. And
Yeah.
Alright.
So that's why it is good to have, just, situational. Okay. Alright, I think, is that everybody? Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go? Okay.
Nat 20.
Woo!
double them dice.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20!
Number 1d6.
Listen, don't kill it before
Hunter's
it
Mark.
even has a chance to go. What?
Well, you're lucky I don't have Hunter's Mark on it. Because I need that bonus action to get out of here. 14, 28.
28.
And then you're disengaging now.
Yep. And Josh is going to use the disengage action.
Okay.
And now that they moved off, my spell goes.
Your spell goes? Alright, so what does your spell do again? You grab it, or?
Let me bring it back up for you. Okay, erupting earth. I choose a point that I see.
I use the move action to switch weapons in this right.
A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube
No,
centered on
maybe
that
it's
point.
not.
So I'm gonna do it.
No, you can do that, Paul. You can switch weapons. You just can't, reload. It's a free flourish to
So
switch
I'll-
weapons.
I'm gonna do it
Short bow.
right in, not right under him, but 5 feet
You know that?
from right under him.
Okay.
Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Technically, it's 32 damage, not 28.
So 6.
Does not make it.
Alright.
He's gonna take 3d12 bludgeoning. 10, 21, 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, we're gonna pick up a new nickname.
And now
after this.
that ground is difficult terrain until it's cleared away, and each 5-foot square portion of the area requires 1 minute to clear by hand.
Okay, so where's the space? We just mark it off real quick.
I popped it right there.
So it's just
Like
that square,
20,
or is it
20,
a
20
It's 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube?
Sorry, it's sorry with the baby.
So you marked it there.
Yeah.
So it's 5, 10, 20. It's all around here. Oops. Let's go a little further. All right.
Actually, it's harder than that. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Yep. I goofed that one. That's all right. It's one shot. Woo!
So you guys.
Was the damage in that range?
Yes. You guys got nearly inside of the damage. Unless you shifted it more towards the back.
Yeah, maybe just say that.
Shift it 5 feet closer back.
Yeah.
Just so they avoided you.
Alright, it's right underneath his ass.
All right.
He's just got a big old chunk of rock. Boop!
And he takes that damage whenever he starts his turn or whenever he moves
No,
through.
that damage was one thing.
Just
Just
one time.
the ground is difficult terrain now.
Okay. Sweet. All right, man. We're back up to the top of the round. It is BR.
So what do we do with that rope? Because we probably took it off.
Well, I imagine once we were in the
You
cave,
probably wrapped it up and each of you
Yeah.
got it.
Took it off, wrapped it off.
I would imagine that would have been.
Because I have an idea if we didn't disconnect it from each other.
If you guys are together, you could take an action to.
I
tie
want
it
to go
back
over
up.
here, tie one end of the rope to tie itself around this rock, while I tie the other end around this rock.
Okay. So take your action to do that. There's a rope across that. Anything else?
No, I don't have any bonus actions.
All right.
Not as-
Deegan, it is your
not as-
turn. There's a rope in front of you.
Okay, that's okay. Because
We're
now.
doing the limbo. Just kidding.
Sorry, I went too far on that one. Now, within that already difficult terrain, I'm going to use my last second level spell, and I'm going to do Spike Growth.
Okay.
So for every 5 feet he moves, he's going to take 2d4 piercing damage.
Okay. Awesome. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Okay. Sweet. Evelyn, your turn.
I'm going to.
So nobody walk in that really difficult spiky
Hopefully
terrain.
he'll move by then, because I can only hit up close. So
He goes right after you.
Okay,
I'll
so
have to hold him.
I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns on my short bow. The next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, this spell
like
creates a rain of thorns that
That was
sprouts
my
from your
favorite.
your ranged weapon or ammunition. Each creature within 5 feet makes a dex saving throw. It takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save and half as much for the successful one.
Roll.
He has not acted this.
Nope.
Okay, no, I can't do
And
it.
it says radius, so it's literally the same size that I just made.
Is 25 hit?
Yep.
One away from another one.
Yeah, I saw.
Fortunately, I don't get any of the fun stuff with this one yet. 5 damage, and then he has to make a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
This balloon is from April.
That's a nat 1. Score
Okay.
a total of 0.
So he'll take the additional d10.
He should be dead. That Hail of Thorns just fucked him up.
And he'll take an additional 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Alright. He is already looking very hurt. Alright, Jean, that is your turn.
I would
going
think
to
so after.
Hold
After
everything
getting mauled
until
like
he
that.
comes
You
out of
can't
the
hold
difficult-
everything.
Okay, I can hold my action.
Are you on the Pikachu?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine then. You can hold it till
Yeah,
You just
till he
can't
comes out
move.
of
You
the
can
tree.
only hold an attack. You can't hold a bonus action or movement.
All right.
Now it's his turn.
Yeah.
All right. So it's difficult terrain. So he's moving at half speed. So he can move 20 feet. So
Effort.
5, 10, 15.
So
And
he's
that's-
taking 3 different.
He's taking a lot of
Damage.
little piercing.
So it's 3 of your attacks.
So 4,
4.
6,
Is this total or was that an additional 6?
additional
With an
6.
Okay.
So we're at 10.
And 6 more.
So 16 total.
All right. He looks like he is in pain.
Stepping on thumbtacks.
He is going to.
And he's dancing around the ground like he's walking on Legos.
Amanda,
Yeah.
make your attacks because he is now in range.
Sweet. Okay, so I still have advantage. Alright. I'm just gonna use my battle axe. That.
Ooh.
That's 18 to hit and 21 to hit. So
Those will
that's
hit.
1.
That's 1.
Yeah. That's 12.
Because she had advantage from her.
12. Okay.
Should use my smite. Might as well. Why not?
Might as well.
Smite it up. 9 smite damage.
9 smite damage.
And then battle axe again. That's a 6 and a 6. I got 2 3s in a row. I missed one second attack. So.
That was what she just did.
Oh, I thought you had advantage.
Okay. Alright, and that's it for you. So he's going to try to hit you with 2 great axe swings.
I use my code
Ouch.
words.
14 and an 11.
Missy. Thank you.
Jaja's turn.
There's enough room here for it to fit by, right?
Yeah.
5,
I kind of hunter's
10,
marked
20,
it.
25,
Can I say I hunter's marked it as
30.
bonus action?
35. And she'll wait right
No.
here.
Because it's way past your turn at that point.
I know.
Alright. She's just there?
Yep.
Alright. Top of the round.
I didn't go.
Oh,
yeah, I
you
did
go.
Never mind.
You put that
You
stuff in
did
there.
something and he
I know.
went
That's
out.
BR's turn.
Yeah, never mind. I was being goofy, sorry.
I'm gonna do cause fear.
Can we do what?
Cause fear.
Cause fear.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw of 15 or be frightened.
and then run in
10.
the opposite direction.
10.
You scared.
So I'll get up somewhat close then.
Uh-huh.
Because I think frightened is they have to end their turn with further than 30 feet away from me or something.
Or is that the one where you have to just...
Drop everything.
Go
and
as
run.
far
For
away
like the
as
next
you can.
minute, he has to try to get away from you as often as possible.
Yep.
As much as possible.
Such an evil thing.
And he's on difficult terrain.
That's going to hurt him every step he takes.
Every step he takes.
Oh, it'll leave in 10 minutes. Come
Can
on.
I draw my rapier as I move?
Yep.
Alright. And then I'll end my turn there.
Alright. Keegan.
How far up did you tie that rope? Was it like...
Probably far enough up where we can easily duck or climb over it.
Okay.
So it'll be like a tripwire.
Yeah.
I need a clear line of sight on this guy.
You can't see
You
in
should-
between
I'd say
our
you
two
can
mountains?
see between it, yeah.
You're
There, you're fine.
Okay, perfect.
We're not ginormous.
Also, he's a giant, so he is ginormous.
He's
Right,
literally
you shoot
standing
him
above
right in the
them.
head. He's like way up
Well,
there.
I'm doing something with a line, so I want to make
Yeah,
sure
line of
we
sight.
have...
Gotcha.
Okay.
Alright, go for it.
And that wonderful little thing happens to be lightning bolt.
Go for it. Do I have to make a save or what?
Dexterity saving throw.
11.
Does not make it.
Ooh.
Hey, I gotta do some 8d6 worth of damage here.
8.
Hang on.
Uh,
6.
Hang on, here.
What's more?
Here's 4 more.
Guys, we're good. We're good.
You just gonna use the
4,
same
yeah.
one? Fine. He wants to use his own.
8.
dice. 4, 8, 8.
No,
Oh,
8
you're
was
counting
total,
up? Okay. 8 plus 8
Oh.
more, so 16.
16. And 23 points of lightning damage.
Oh, ouchies.
You throw lightning bolts out. The giant zaps right through the heart,
Yours to blame.
falls down into the spikes, and just blood starts oozing from its mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Look, the sheriff had it coming, but I didn't touch the deputy, alright?
Alright,
What?
so we're gonna wait that
What's
spell
going
out, and
on?
then we're gonna go chop its head off.
Can you just
Alright.
make this stuff go away? Is it a
Um,
concentration
Well,
or no? The spikes and all that?
the spikes will go.
The
but
spikes
difficult
go, but I
terrain-
literally
difficult-
transformed the ground right
Yeah.
there.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say you
It's just
guys
difficult terrain
wait
to
out the
walk on.
spell.
Yeah.
There's just no spikes there.
Yeah, the spike growth goes away, so...
So we have to chop his head off. Who wants to do that? I have a battle axe,
I was
but...
gonna say somebody with a chop.
Yeah,
in
I have
there.
a
Everybody
rapier,
a
but I
sword.
can't
I
really-
have a quarterstaff.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking chopping this thing up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my battle axe.
Alright, Ricky, what's in the horde?
In the horde, you find
All these things that don't matter because this is a one shot.
614 gold pieces.
Let's divide that.
You find jewels. You find 2 jewels worth 50 gold coins. 2 jewels worth 100 gold coins.
Everybody
You find
gets
several
204.
daggers, several swords, a couple axes, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Woo! I want partridge.
Whoop, whoop. Thanks everybody for watching. We've really got to go in a minute. That was our one shot. What they're gonna do is they're gonna bring the thing back. They're gonna get their 50 gold a pop.
Plus 50.
They're
we
not
did
gonna
all
tell.
this only for 50 gold each?
Plus 4.
We did all the shit though. We got gems and 204 gold apiece. That's a lot of gold.
All I'm saying is
We
this is
got
what
250.
happened.
250.
It's a one shot. Not that it matters.
We're gonna play with them again anyways.
So, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you so much, Rack T, for the biddies. I don't even know how to thank you. I'm gonna cry, I think. That's so many biddies. That's 10,000
That was
biddies.
Tiggo bitties.
That's crazy.
Tiggle
Who is this
biddies.
person? We'll talk
Please.
after stream. All right, everybody. We've got to get going. We have somewhere to be in like 36 minutes. So I gotta go tear this down real quick. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit that follow button. Hopefully we can do this again real soon. Everybody, thank you. Thank you for playing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm Rich from Bards in the Basement. And we'll catch you next time.